All right. Big Scrim day today. Actually, though, I'm not even kidding. It's a big Scrim day today. All the top 4 teams are playing, and they're playing each other. Hey, there we go. OpTic versus Faze, SSG versus SR. We're eating good. I don't know about everybody else, but between the top 4 teams, this is real nice. Just got to get it set up. Right. How we doing, King? Pig, welcome. Is it Grenade Day? How do I say that, brother? Let's go. Grenada. Grenade. Yeah. Sancho, what's up? Welcome. Let's go, YouTube. All right. Trippy. Lucid. And Last Shot, which we already have. Let's get it. Eternal, Bongo, Random Fat Guy. Hello. SR kicking ass again. What else is new? Rick Dog. Is that Misery Signals? Nah, this is Halo, bro. This is a Halo song. Crazy, right? It's called Follow in Flight, the Halo 2 anniversary soundtrack. Sniper, what's up? Well. Here we are again. Just because I got partnered doesn't mean I got to get lazy. We got to grind more now. All right, looks like Formal's the only OpTic POV that's streaming. But we got a Faze POV, we got a SSG POV, a SR POV. Tweet is live. And so is the Discord. Thank you guys for juicing that video last night because it's actually doing pretty well. I'm pleasantly surprised with how that new video is doing. Wasn't very hard to put together, but people seem to be enjoying it. Got like 13,000, 14,000 views so far. Hopefully they go live later. We got 4 POVs, 4 real high quality Halo POVs right here though, all right? We'll start with Formal. Hard to believe it's Halo music, huh? There we go. I got a perfect angle. We're not blocking Formal or the kill feed. Bricked up for the brick wall. Let's get it. Noble. Chase. Welcome. Today and tomorrow is going to be fire scrims. I know OpTic versus SR tomorrow. We got some real good Halo right here. We're not missing any of it, brother. This is game 1 in the OpTic scrim. Let's get an update on the scores. Shopify is up 1-0 already in their scrim. I feel like this song could have vocals. It could have like Screamo vocals or like Spencer Sotelo from Periphery vocals on it. OpTic 0-0. We're jumping into scrims at 0-0. It's been a while, chat. We're usually like horrendously late. Look at us. You can make some vocals? Probably be sick. Video yesterday was great. Wait, what? Reaction? Oh, like at the very end, we realized they were only down by 2. Can we get some comms? Yeah. I'm just getting the stream situated. Don't worry. We're locked in. Formal comms.
But also, I think once they come down here.
Get a little bit of lunchbox already.
More down here, I think.
Dope was killed by the OpTic COD. Yo, what is happening? What is happening with the COD team, guys? Have we seen that? So they took Pret out the team and they brought Hook back, bro. I saw some comment that I thought was kind of hilarious. Like, wait, I don't know if I can find it. Hook had a tweet where he's like joined OpTic, and then somebody commented, called him like a whore, basically. He's like OpTic's whore. It's kind of freaky.
Right side.
Yeah, no problem.
Cuts foul. Nice, you got 3 dead. Let's get tower.
Yeah, if you guys are not aware,
I have your trace.
Hook is back on OpTic.
I'm sleeping one. Dead. Snipe is.
One day.
Cuts. Keto was snipe. Rat tunnel was snipe. Pushing an A. Rat tunnel was snipe. Pushing an A. By himself. He's just standing there throwing nades. His front came. That's fine. Kill the sniper.
Maybe I can't find it. I don't know. It was funny though.
I want him coming. Take your time. An 8 weeks fell. An 8 week fell on the pillar.
I don't know what's going on with the COD team. Does that mean that Dashi and Shotzi are sticking around though, or like anything is up in the air at this point, right? I can't see a world where Dashi and Shotzi aren't on OpTic COD, right? They're kind of the center of the team. So I feel like they stay no matter what. Nuke is back. Look, Hook is nasty, but there was what seemed like a chemistry concern. They wanted Pred back. They removed Hook, so it's like, what the hell's going on, right? Aren't the vibes like chalked at this point? They're staying, right? What's up, Kareem? Bobby, how we doing? Nothing's changing. Love Hook, but he does good online, fails to replace his performance on land. Right. So, look, I don't know. I haven't been keeping close tabs on COD, but if he was removed off the team in the first place for Pred, how is bringing him back going to suddenly positively impact the roster? It doesn't make sense. He chalked the vibes already. Like, they already, clearly there was a chemistry mishap there. I don't know. Like, I'd rather they just picked up some other. Is there other prospect in the scene that would have been a good pickup instead? If they're gonna remove Pret, maybe they had. Did they have to remove Pret? Is the situation that like led to his removal in the first place? Has that caught up with him again? Like I really don't know, because I feel like that was unsolved. The gambling thing that Pret was going through, it seemed like that situation hadn't actually been solved, but they just wanted him back.
On the nades, touch trippy. Two on the nades with quantum.
Yeah.
On you, green. And that's.
He was the best on land at Major 1. Interesting.
Yeah, 2 green touch.
Because your KD is good doesn't mean you're playing good. Yeah, there's so many variables to it.
Fuck the ball, hang on.
Nice check mark. Wait, do we have it? Do we have it? Let's go. Wolf, what's up, brother? I haven't looked. I completed I accepted the terms and conditions. That's all I've done. Yeah, let's go. Welcome, guys, by the way. Harrison, how we doing?
All the way out.
Prison J. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the thumbnail today. Little OpTic versus Faze action, and then we got SSG and SR at the same time. Too much good Halo. Karma mentioned that Pred didn't want to move to flex. So what? So Pred's role on the team had to change, and he was not willing to make a change, or Oog and Kenny. Probably the chemistry issue. Interesting. I thought the chemistry was more between Shotzi wanted Pred over Hook or something like that. No, like did Shotzi not that they have a bad relationship by any means, but it seemed like Shotzi and Pred had a really good vibe with each other. Like they're good buddies.
Hey, one shot jail with snipe. Going into A pod.
They're a great duo. Okay, cool. My knowledge of this is limited. I think it's safe to say that something it needs to happen with the OpTic roster so they can get back on the same page and start winning. With their recent performance, I don't know if their decision is the right one. I see all the the controversy that's coming from it. So it's just a weird situation and a weird start to the year for OpTic. How we doing? Leaves of Floor? How do I say that, bro? Leaves of Florathan? It's over my, I got my chat the way. Thank you, Leaves. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it. Kenny probably didn't agree with the way the team wanted to play. Simple as that. Yeah, Kenny's more of a shooter, right? AR? How are you going to play in a good system you don't believe in? Went through all the trouble to bring Pred back and drop Hook. Yeah, it's just weird, man. They brought Pred back, they dropped Hook, now they bring Hook back, and Hook's just okay with it all. OpTic team and CDL is scuffed. Yeah, they feel it's icky, bro. It's icky now. It's just dirty now. Something's wrong.
One's back green already? Surprise?
I don't know.
I'm watching this.
Yeah, two back green.
Vibes are questionable. Not playing with good fundamentals and wouldn't switch roles, so he got dropped. Interesting. Talking about Pred.
They're behind you, Dice. An elbow.
Stellar's up. He's got music. I'll grab him. I'll grab his POV.
One more nest.
Leaves is good. Okay.
Nice, guys. 4 dead.
Floor.
We can bait this game, okay?
Florathan. Florlorian.
We'll take a while to go for it.
Flothor. What the hell? Florlorian.
They're all going left.
Leaves sounds good. 90 and counting is OpTic looking to close out round 2 in game 1. Let's get it. Legend. Last Shot's POV is available. I didn't see any legend. They got 4 seconds left in game 1 here versus Faze. I'm hoping Faze puts up a good fight today. They did defeat OpTic in a tournament, in the last online tournament, right?
Yeah, one more dummies.
So they could definitely do
They're all
damage.
there, dude. They're all there. They're all three there. One elbow, two cuts.
Marriott, how we doing?
Let's go elbow.
It's good to see some two potentially
Nice, guys,
closely
let's go.
contested scrims today, right? We don't have to worry about a potential 13-0. I think this one's going to be competitive. It's going to be exciting to watch. Five should be better now with Caesar and Hook. I think give him some time to figure it out, and I do think that hopefully, or I hope that it results in an upward trend. It's hard to get worse than where they were at. The bar is not exactly. I mean, the bar's probably always high for OpTic, but let's go, JMB Zoni. Wait, how do I say Bonesy? JM Bonesy, brother. Thank you for the sub, man. Welcome, first time Prime. Let's get it. We were struggling to read names out the gate today. So we got a stellar POV, says chat. We got APG streaming. How is APG doing? Anybody who's been lurking in the Twitch space, it's good to see him live. I haven't seen him stream in a while, so hopefully he's doing okay. Last shot, stellar POV. Stellar's got music playing. This is the thing that he does that I wish he wasn't doing. We're gonna add him anyway. It's a high quality POV. See, the thing about music is like he can play, depending on what setup he has, you can play music that only you can hear, but that your stream can't hear. I'm not sure what his intention is with the music. Like in my setup with my Go XLR, I can have music that just plays for me if I want that. If that's like, that's what I want to use to lock in. You would think that if you're practicing, you wouldn't be using. I don't know. It's interesting, but anyway, not to like. Who am I to judge his process, right? Let's look at last shot real quick. This is SR versus SSG. Facing a 14-0'd. Did they get 14-0'd ever by OpTic? They beat OpTic in a scrim, or not in a scrim, in a series last weekend. What am I hearing? Oh, I'm hearing a formal stream or something. Whoa, what are you talking about, Renegade? You mean his music is good for people who are on shrooms? For sure, bro. His mom has staged... Oh, no. That's unfortunate, Bo. Well, then I guess that explains why he hasn't been around. That sucks.
This is the way.
Hopefully he's doing okay.
This is the way.
Alfie, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome.
This is the way.
Thank you, Waffler. Let's get it. Well deserved. I appreciate you, man. Hey, is that Alfie with an immediate sub?
That is just good Halo right there. That is just
damn good Halo.
My God.
Chat, we are 8 subs away from 1,400. Just letting you guys know. I appreciate y'all, whether or not you sub. Let's go, Alfie. Welcome to the way, brother. First time Prime. Love to see it. OpTic is 1-0. That's correct. My apologies. I got to get the update in. It was 1-0 in the SR SSG series as well. In favor of SR, we have that. And we're, I believe, in the middle of game 2. OpTic is about to start up their second match. In between games here. Somehow, if I could watch them all simultaneously, I would. We're on Luce's POV. It's 1-1? No. Unbelievable. It's a close scrim. You love to see it, man. SSG maybe showing some signs of life. They definitely gave OpTic some trouble. If they didn't blunder, if they didn't bungle the Slayer they played on Aqua the other weekend, then, who knows what would have happened in that series with OpTic. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, more like here? They blend in. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. It's a little awkward because if I put it there, then it kind of covers the weapon. You know what? We'll do something like this. It's going to go right in the center. I don't know if there's other scrims happening today that are worthwhile to cover. And at some point, I should get, like, probably an overlay update so we can put scores in a location that, like, looks more professional. Seemed in good spirits. That's good to hear. Yeah, wishing the best for APG. Don't see anyone making a finals over OpTic or... Wait. Anyone making a finals over OpTic or SSG? Are we not watching SR? Last Shot's POV? What do you mean? And Faze. All 4 of them, I think, have finals potential. But safe to say OpTic and SR at the moment are kind of in their own category. But both teams bleed. D Sour. We got first-time Prime subs coming in today. Love to see it.
Halo right there.
Let's go, Sour.
That is just damn good Halo.
My God. Welcome, brother. Let's get it. Welcome. I appreciate you. Can I move my cam so it doesn't kill the... Yeah, bro. It's a little inconvenient because everybody's stream has different settings, right? So, like, once I go back to formal, I'm covering his face. He's got, so Lucid has, he's modified his HUD margins, or sorry, last shot has modified his HUD. This is a 4-0 shutout, by the way. They're about to close out this last hill with less than 2 minutes here. No hope for SSG to even get a sliver of a capture either. Damn, bro. Holy dominant. What the hell was that game? See, so when I go back to formal, and then I got to adjust it again, but I'll hit a quick, like, Control-Z. There you go. Everybody's got different settings. We're on game 2 right now in the OpTic Scrim. On their best map game type. Although Faze beat him here last weekend. Faze did beat him here last weekend, so you never know. All right, that's a confident 2-1 in the SR SSG series.
3 I took a lot of it to West off in our hut. There are 2 guys in our hut.
They're real good at Hill. OpTic is good at Hill too, but yeah, recently SR kind of has OpTic's number in that map. Rick, thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. Ricky Rawl. We're getting situated, chat. We're getting situated.
I'm just gonna start up left, okay?
Side the head, Zane.
One's going on top right. One's going on top right.
I'm gonna go back.
Top left, suppress. Top left, suppress.
Right.
Our time tree, guys. Our time tree.
Making it difficult for formal here.
Formal
Formal playing far back, and if shut down by suppressed. Staying out of the angle of the opposite sniper, but they got 3 dead there. Bound SR, let's go. Welcome, brother. Bouncer. Let's go, Connor. Do I think SSG or Faze are going to upset in the case on tournament? They have the potential to. I hope we see some contention.
Nice, Sean. Nice. That's okay. That's massive.
Could never seen it coming from SR. Maybe like preseason. I think like it's not super surprising that they're playing well. Knowing how good last shot and cycle were last year.
One step right. That was one. Nice.
But them being kind of like, you know, the best team at the moment is somewhat surprising, yeah. We knew they were going to be a top team, though.
Let's see the flag.
Yeah, just
Land grab.
We can try to get to Matt.
I've never really played it.
Coming to
Can you mod your HUD? I always wanted to know to move the medals and the kill feed, so it wasn't right in my point of view. So I mean, you could change your HUD margins. I don't know if that changes the kill feed, like the medals location, but yeah, you can move the kill feed position, so you can make the kill feed closer to your reticle. And you can make your shields and you can bring this in and bring this in like that. With the HUD, basically. So the shields, the score, the weapon indicator, etc. The moment I look away, Daniel. Unbelievable. Suppress with a good shutdown here. Suppress was the big part of the reason why Faze won this map online last weekend. Suppress was locking down HUD with their sniper. Nice peeks out of formal here. Brings Trippy down to 1 shot. Doesn't get the pick, though. There he is. Again, suppressed up on top mid with the snipe. Going to shut down formal. Trippy with a kill on Renegade. Somehow staying alive. You're going to make it tough for Bound. That was some good damage. But is it enough to get access to the flag? Sorry, it's Legend with damage. Legend's going to go for the overextend right here. He might get cut off, though, if they back up for him. Good awareness out of Formy right there. Can they get a stop on the flag? If they can convert this flag and get OS, they actually are in advantage state now for a counter. Suppress is dead. This is good. Dead. No burn. He didn't throw it off the map. Legend going to pull that. He needs help.
On Mohawk, right side. Mohawk down, Mohawk. 1 shot Trippy. Nice.
Oh, they traded. Good trade out of Trippy, being at a disadvantage in that situation. Gonna make it harder for formal here. Renegade gets a kill on Penguin. Suppress got 1 as well. Numbers advantage OpTic here. 3v2. Trippy off spawn in the hut.
Time tree also. Weak suppress. Twice.
Trippy spawning in hut there is kind of awkward. He cut off their run before they can get hut control. So now he's in the middle. Spawns on both sides. Yeah, he got kind of staggered. He might have had to actually take the. I don't even know what he could do because the timing was awkward. That spawn opened when Legend died on that side of the map. And Renegade was slightly too late to block hut. Alfie, thank you, brother. I have to rewatch the live streams. Not easy to follow everything here in Germany. Your analysis is always on point. I appreciate you, brother. I'm really glad that the VODs are able to stick around on YouTube like a proper video. So, yeah, we definitely been grinding that, man. It's good to see you guys come back and comment and support. Been watching what, Superman? Tomorrow, pro. Yeah. OpTic SR tomorrow. Of course, Ben. We're watching both. Don't worry. You'll see the moment I moment I zoom out, we got SSG
One's on me in the street,
and
on the street.
SR
Melee,
POVs as well.
One to the street, absolute. You're just standing on the block dead. One more's like low right.
You guys know
Maybe
how
our
it
back
is.
ramp or
If I type
they're-
OpTic in the title of the YouTube, more people click.
they're-
Once you
they're
get
playing
here, we don't have to
Dynamos.
stay
They're
on
top
OpTic the
right.
whole
They're top right,
time.
top
I want to
right,
see
top
both
right.
scrims. A little bit of both if we can.
Let me.
I'm watching.
I got pistol.
I think one's are top rat too.
Okay.
They're hurt. In the block.
Yeah, we got the thumbnail already for OpTic SR.
Okay.
We also have a SR SSG image. We were going to start the day with that, actually, but I realized OpTic and Faze were playing.
Hey, no, under. I
Obviously,
can't-
obviously.
Top right. Yeah, they're just focused.
I'm
Masturbating?
just gonna go in the
I'm
fast.
masturbating, you guys?
I'm going
Oh,
in the
giggity.
Yeah, but we, I think.
Yeah,
You guys
walk
see me
Okay,
tomorrow?
going for it. Okay, going for it.
One's on flag, on a
Quick
flag.
tap in.
Sounds kind of raunchy, bro.
Tap in.
I'm dead. Did you are top right or no flag?
Ready?
I want
Nice.
top and move west, move west.
Just tap in.
Can get the
I
OS,
talked to
though.
him, talked to him, just like shoot.
Decent damage here.
I sniped once.
Yeah, he's on.
Like me, I
That's
think.
not black. That's not black.
There's sniper also.
Got to shut down Surprise.
No more west, no more west, top left. Trippy's one.
Beautiful damage out of formal. My God.
Ready?
Two in the hut,
Cuts
two in
the
hut,
angle
two in
on
the hut.
Suppress and hits every bullet on Trippy with no
Two in the hut,
hesitation.
one top left.
Ready? I'm just looking top left.
Top weak on the block.
Pistol, green
Down.
pistol. Watch out, green pistol.
Make sure
Watch out,
we
green pistol.
The moment they play with balls,
They're hut sniping.
stay
They're hut
tuned.
sniping. You just
We're going to get a few of those.
Yeah, he's sitting here. He's sitting by the block. Sitting behind the
Halo
block.
players love balls.
Watch out. One shot.
That's them top left.
Nice.
And top right, going around main everything. Don't flag. Nice. Shoot up right. Let's shoot.
Somebody top right. Somebody top right.
Wait, who's
Sniper,
Patty P?
sniper,
Top
sniper.
right. Sniping.
Tap in.
He's top left. Top left.
SSG scrimmed optics? No, they haven't. They haven't scrimmed them at all.
Nice.
Nice
One
shot.
flag maybe.
Nothing minute. Nothing
Pushing
minute.
back flag.
Okay, then be back flag. Quick.
Flag pat weak foul. And one's a minute.
Or walks. What are you talking about?
Flag pat's weak foul.
I'm just watching deep. I'm watching.
They have an intense. Yeah, they're closer in their scrim. But then again, this is tight, man.
Two, like in the
Mohawk,
My Halo
one shot, Mohawk,
goat
one shot,
list.
penguin.
I don't know, bro.
Mohawk, one shot penguin, absolute Chris.
There's a lot of goats.
Yeah, plat kill me. One's Mohawk, one shot penguin to the
This
right.
is a closely contested game too.
One's behind you, man.
That's.
Oh, he has not moved.
One's top right. Or top right.
Okay, I'm
Top
gonna
right.
flank
And one's
Siri.
top left.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You guys can double flank it, fuck it. Under kitty port right now, go to flag pot.
I'll help you on a spot man.
Yeah, he's like by Mohawk. Nice, by Mohawk or something.
Watch him by flag.
Let's get it, Big Oops. Welcome, brother. Enjoy the sauna.
Flag ramp also.
You're right here, hiding
Halo
kitty
Mount
port.
Rushmore. Yeah,
On the flag.
that would
One shot
be
kitty port
tough.
penguin, absolute.
Okay, sorry.
They're hut, I'm drunk. Or they're long.
Fuck. Watch the top right, Mike.
Shoot that,
Watch
shoot
the
that,
top
shoot
right. Mike, is there a flag ramp? Is it in the?
West is coming, guys. West coming. Nice, see that.
OpTic actually having trouble on this map versus Faze. I don't know if it's something to do with their team specifically that's like
Let's go back.
I'll go to West.
that has them making more mistakes versus this team than any other.
Oh, here.
Because they're generally speed running this map. This is a good opportunity though, as I say it.
Watch out. He's much.
Yeah, OS control. They got a great sight line shut down here.
You can grab it, I think.
Promo can chow this aggressively.
Watch out,
Go for it.
They're definitely overextending.
Watch out, underpass. They're OE.
Nice cleanup. One more. Yeah, one more. Two OE.
One top
Okay.
right. Top left.
I'll kill Trippy. I'll kill Trippy. We're missing one. Nice.
I heard, man.
Okay, tap in also.
Nicely
Look at
done.
that,
Watch out. Nice.
Got to start the day with Formula POV. You know how it is.
Flag ramp. Flag ramp done.
Always one baguette away from greatness. If only, brother.
I'm trying to get to that and stay alive, guys.
I'm going hard, John. I'm going hard.
Back up too.
Man, it's just
Don't
away
get it,
from
they're gonna
home.
pick me. Just in the hut.
Yeah, you're very stuff, man. You're very
I'm
stuff.
literally just gonna hide here.
Two on me. I got one. No one.
3v3.
Yeah, no one top left. No one top left.
Sniper coming up. It's good that Formal's lingering, right?
Top right.
He's in the back.
No
In
one
the back
hurt.
again.
Yeah, one top left.
They might be playing for their snipe at this rate.
Nobody on the side.
I'm gonna top in.
Watch out, tap in. Watch out, tap in.
Dead.
I'll take Karma Hook.
Hey, Violet. Thank you. Feel free to lurk.
Main up two guys. Main up two.
Snipe.
I have sniper.
They're main up me.
Try to get first.
Wait.
Formal sniper. They might have their
Back ramp,
sniper.
foul. One back ramp also.
One can be hitting your guys back flag.
Yeah,
Back up.
Walking hut now.
Make sure we're He's weak.
Two angles. He's got thrust in the back pocket.
Here, John.
3 targets, bro. How is this guy making it work?
One guy hurt, pushing you
He
now.
throws it off the map. I respect it, but he's still alive.
Yeah, I took the sniper.
Not a bad play.
Dude, absolute mics. God damn it.
High possibility he dies in that situation with in a 3v1, right?
Oh my god.
Pretty good decision to toss the
I'm gonna
snipe off. OpTic still have theirs, I think.
Okay, okay.
Play into his 40s? Yeah, I mean, you watch Ogre 2 play on Twitter, he can definitely still, you know, he's still hitting clips and stuff. The skill doesn't really
Yo,
disappear.
one touch Trippy.
The motivation does, though. The stamina might.
Yeah, green pistol kill me. Top left, or top right on you, Bam.
We can't hurt. We can't hurt. Really weak. He's free.
How we doing, Juice?
Shooter.
We're eating good today, man. We got OpTic Faze, we got SR, SSG scrims. OpTic currently leading 1-0 in the scrim and 1-0 in the flag.
Okay. I'll be weak, Trippy. I'll be 1-2 shot Trippy, guys. One of you one shot trippy.
Kill
West
them.
down, west down, 10 minutes, west down, 10 minutes.
I mean,
Green pistol.
Catch the Tide leader. I didn't. No, I was saying the other day I was tired coming out of the
I think they're
9-hour
good.
broadcast we did on Sunday. I didn't
Just
watch
good
it.
Halo right there.
Another
That
first
is just
time
damn
prime.
Good Halo. My God.
Vero 117. How we doing, brother? Welcome. Let's go. Appreciate you, man.
Okay, red pistol.
Love to see you guys. We're sitting at
Alright, you push up
1395
push up
out of
They're
14.
gonna cap this. They're gonna cap
I'm gonna
this.
change the
Push
goal
down,
probably.
push down,
We're 5 subs away from
Still
1400
top
right
mid
now. Case out event is this Saturday, correct? We also got OpTic SR scrims tomorrow.
Nice still.
Faze just tied it up, bro.
Anonymous one shot or
It's
like
2 or hurt, 2 or hurt, guys. 2 or hurt.
anonymous still.
At the moment, I'm
behind the
like
wall, behind the wall,
pretty much full time
I'm gonna
focused
pop
on
it.
content
One
creation
shot fell.
and coaching in Halo right now.
Yeah, top right.
Luke the Duke, thank you for YouTube follow. Welcome.
One top right.
Toucan Fruit, let's get it, brother.
To the hut, press.
Toucan Fruit coming in clutch with a 5 gifted. There it is.
Halo right there. That is just
Damn good Halo.
Oh my God.
That's a W5 bomb. Let's go, Toucan. Much love, man. No time to change the goal. Well, we're at 1500 technically, I guess is it. But much love, man. I seriously appreciate you. How you doing, Toucan? Jagkins.
Okay.
How do I say that? Shyway. These names, bro. Official, Hideout, Kier, and Pooks. Welcome to the way. Let's go. Thank Toucan.
Stay there, bounce. Stay.
One shot.
I'm looking up right.
14 hundo.
Press. Our block. Come in really weak.
Yeah, we'll just hit to
I'm
something.
looking pistol. I'm watching pistol.
Green pistol, penguin.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm playing Penguin.
Let's go. Much love, Toucan. Your go, man.
Once the green pistol killed me.
What happens? What do you guys want from me?
They're hurt.
I don't know. I just get really happy.
Maybe on our flag. Come on and pass. Maybe flag, come on and pass. I'm pretty sure.
I keep applying passion
I get top in.
Come in.
to the Halo streams.
Come in, weak, tripping.
2 top left, 2 top left.
Please, one shot. Yeah, they can't touch.
Why can't you break 1600 Onyx? Because you're bad, bro. No, I have no idea, brother. Game is sweaty. You got to put the work in. You got to figure out what's going wrong. If you're, it is 1500. Yeah, reach it this weekend. I'm confident we could do that. How about today? Want to reach it today?
Two top left, hitting our snipe street.
You knew it. Yeah. Somebody had to. Somebody's got to tell it to you straight. You just don't have what it takes, Dutchy. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, no.
He has it, dude. Top left, he's gonna go snipe street. Our snipe street.
Gotta call a spade, man. That's just how it is.
Go top left.
Okay, I'll kill it.
Nah. Try to figure out what your habits are, that are kind of holding you back. There's always something that can be improved upon in Halo,
They're hut sniping, tripping.
especially at that level. You're not quite in the pro category just yet, you know.
There's two top left in here.
Absolute
One shot,
snipe shit.
one shot,
Absolute
one
snipe
shot.
shit.
Dude, one shot.
Go on.
I see
They're
that.
pistol right now.
Our snipe street we found.
Way too aggro. Okay.
Press weak.
If you know, you gotta try to make the changes, right?
I think he's just staring at her.
Notice where your
Yeah,
teammates are. Play off your teammates a little
I
bit
think
more.
he was just baiting it.
Time your pushes, your aggro. Time your aggro
I
plays.
don't know where he went. Could be snipe block hiding. He's
And
snipe block hiding.
let the game come to you. Recognize when you have an advantage, especially in OBJ, and let the game come to you in those moments, right?
I'm going to bound.
Yo, they're hiding.
We got like an AB hold on recharge or something. Let the game come to you.
One shot, penguin.
Let them make mistakes.
One shot, they're penguin absolute. Red bar, low right, hut, one shot.
One shot there, John.
Nice. Last two both
Thank
hut,
you,
one shot.
Toucan.
One on spawn.
I think they do.
There's two guys in the hut. One's on spawn.
I love the
in
Halo
background.
community. They deserve
I'm in
me.
upon you, John.
They deserve love. We all do. We all deserve love, right?
Stack one, stack the snipe.
Nice one. One more right side, somewhere bound.
I do offer coaching.
With you.
Yes, the snipe mohawk. Yes, the snipe mohawk.
Top left on me.
I'm gonna buff run.
We've been doing something in coaching recently that's been a lot of fun.
Penguin,
I just got off a coaching session before this,
Absolute hut.
and I've done this with a few students now. Even if you're on Xbox, they stream their POV through Discord, and I commentate over their gameplay as they play, and tell them what to do, basically. And the students that I've had are like platinum and gold in arena, so the pace of play is slow enough that it's very easy for me to like dictate the action and help them out. I'm not sure what it would be like with an Onyx. It'd be interesting, but it's fun. It has been fun.
Here. I'm here.
Yeah, Trippy kind of doing work right now, right? Formal getting that OS is really important. Gonna bully his way through the sidekick. That sniper, I think, might have been out of ammo here. He's keeping him weak, though. He needs help. Ends up getting pinched and killed by Trippy. 2 minutes, 40 seconds, and somehow we're in OT in game 2 here, man. Faze absolutely have, something. I don't want to say OpTic's number, but they've got something that the other teams don't versus OpTic in this map.
Left still?
60 possession.
I'm gonna bound. There was two top right. There was two on hut.
I have not seen Game of Thrones. Probably not going to happen.
I'm going back, I'm going back.
Maybe when we hit 1500 subs, I'll watch an episode of Game of Thrones. Maybe, I don't know.
Ping on me, ping on me. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Our pistol.
Yeah, Simp on route to a dynasty, it seems like, in
Nice,
COD
nice,
right now,
kill,
right?
kill, kill.
Still playing with that team.
Nice. These are huge lives right here. Huge lives. Our flag, a long haul weak.
Yeah, he's mark.
It is hard to solo
Yeah,
queue in
yeah,
ranked,
yeah.
but you can definitely...
I'm gonna ban.
The game gives you a lot of info,
No, hop on you,
without
Wait,
comms.
Press. One shot press, absolute or hut. One shot hut, absolute.
So you have enough information to make the right play in every situation. You can't depend on your teammates
Left, weak, Val.
at all times. They're going to make misplays. That'll happen. But you have the info you need to make the right play. Try to think of it like that.
One top left.
It's USD per session.
Top left, one shot. One shot, trippy, top left.
Playing with a bright
Pistol, top left.
ass window behind them? Good question, honestly, Fox.
Really weak, Val.
Yeah, you'd think that would affect
Fuck,
his...
more top left me. Left, trippy, one shot.
You know what, though?
It's
It's bright outside, but the sun is not coming through the window, right? The sun is pointing in a different direction. It's just very bright outside. So it's actually not impacting his setup at all.
Suppress.
What's interesting, brother?
I thought I paused, but they're Mohawk.
Bunny, Sebi.
Nice. More the
This is mixy, bro. This might go down to a tie if they don't do something quick here. Got a minute left. Surprise just got to kill with the sniper.
Yeah, leave it.
Always up right now. OpTic with an opportunity for advantage state unless they get shut down by that snipe. First one dead. 4v3. Bound got out with OS and snipe. It's big. Surprise just kind of shitting in the hut, right? Surprise is the main line of defense. With that sniper making it difficult for the Bound's got to be useful with the OS. Nice damage and a formal. Shut down by Surprise. Yo, Donnie's going crazy, bro. Donnie from the back of the Mohawk. Keeping OpTic at bay with 30 seconds left off a clear advantage. Bound popping off. Ready to get picked. Bound got second. They still got to kill Surprise. He's hiding somewhere.
I'm gonna run it.
I'm behind this guy, man.
Surprise got another kill. Surprise with the snipe. He got two.
They're both plus one.
He's finally dead, but he shut him down. That puts OpTic in a stagger with 18 seconds.
He's right here, man. One shot penguin. I'm pulling.
I think that's it. The other teams don't have Donnie, man. Donnie on this map is nasty.
We just post over here for a second.
Good pre-nade. They're suppressed off spawn.
Go strike.
2v1 opportunity to shut him down.
I got
He
back.
killed him and then died. 3 dead. That's a tie. They're going to go out in the tie
They
game.
can't get a pull. They can't get a pull. All right.
They can get a pull off sudden death. Wait, he didn't get it.
He didn't go
Bite. Arcade pull going for
Why didn't he pull it? Maybe they were worried that if they pulled it. No, there's no way OpTic can get to the other side.
God, they just don't fucking
time?
move ever, dude. It's like they wanted to tie.
I think they decided to let it tie right there. Because if he goes and picks up that flag and then dies immediately, and OpTic somehow take advantage of that timing to get a pull of their own, then it becomes a counter to a counter, I guess, right? So maybe Faze actually strategically opted to like let that tie.
Wait, what did you say?
Was that over 10k damage? Who had over 10k?
I was like overlook looking with snipe. I snipe a guy who spawns like behind the Mohawk. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
right there. I had black screen that guy, and then his teammate spawns literally right after. Like, why didn't that guy just spawn flag? Like, if that guy didn't spawn there, I probably could have pulled it.
Yeah, that's fucking ace.
10k suppress, right?
Like, we could have pulled it, and then we could just like, yeah, cut them out.
That's freaking crazy, bro. Surprise had over 10k damage, over 2,000 more than the rest of his team, and maybe the lobby. Honestly, he was a big part of the reason why they tied that game. This is Lucid POV for Oddball Streets. We want to watch a little bit of SSG SR chat. What do you think? So right now OpTic are tied, so it's still going to be 1-0 OpTic Faze, and I'm not sure if they're going to replay the map. Yeah, notice it's cool to see APG streaming. Yeah, it's 1-0-1, I guess. How does that work, right? I'm just gonna leave it at 1-0. Five 4 is the median rank in Infinite, so the grand scheme of things, you're not that bad. Oh, you guys talking to each other? It's 3-1. Thank you. SR leading 3-1 in there. Oops. Series versus SSG. We got 600 chilling on the YouTube. Welcome, guys. Hopefully the voice is holding up today. How's Twitch doing? 173 on Twitch. Let's get it, guys. Cycle just go crazy. I looked away, bro. How you doing, Hoy? Welcome, Jamie. Welcome, guys. Timeless, what's up? Like the video. Have some respect. Let them know. This is OpTic versus Fate. I mean, not this one, right? This is SSG versus SR. Regardless of what we're watching damn good Halo today. Cycle might do it again. Gets out with his life for a bait right there. Frosty takes advantage. Numbers advantage for SR. They got a ball hold off this, and he goes in an awkward position right now. Good team cross to help ensure he stays alive. Camo coming up in 20 here, too. Cycle might be behind them. Cycle wrapped the map and got behind them in C, and they're getting pinched. Wow, they're getting kind of dismantled right now. They rotate the ball through P Street for a C setup after splitting their spawns, right? They somehow spawned them in B, collapsed on them from C off that flank, and kept them staggered. This is good kills out of SSG with camo coming up. Regain opportunity for yellow here. Did OpTic look flat this last weekend, or was it more them forcing what they are trying to establish? I don't know. It could be a whole variety of things, Chase. I don't know if they were like they definitely had a lot more close series than I feel like they have in the past. Note that they just got a new coach, Lunchbox. They were playing in the HQ together, which is a new environment for them to play again together. I don't, you would think that that would lead to advantages, but honestly, I'm not sure what their circumstances were like. And yeah, these tournaments, despite the fact that the qualifier does matter in your placement in pool play, it is ultimately just practice. So, I don't know. I wouldn't put the ultimate amount of stock in anyone's performance now that things are locked in. Like, things are kind of where they need to be for the first LAN major. This weekend will be interesting. This Saturday. Thank you, Nasser. Appreciate you, man. Maps are... You hate how maps are replayed after a tie on LAN? Should just go down as a tie if it's still... Well, then what do you do exactly? They should have a different map. Oh, so if it goes all the way to the end of the series, you have a different map? But then you'd be ending a series on an OBJ, which never happens. It's kind of unorthodox. Macho, what's up, man? Playing competitive games outside of Halo currently? Not really, honestly, Macho. Should I be? What should I be playing? Pretty Halo focus. Yeah, we can get rid of that command. Unformed sheet. Do you want to maybe delete that command or update it to Shyway is now a partner or something like that? If you don't mind. We'll give you a responsibility. Like that play at a Lucid off a spawn. What? I don't know about that nade. Lucid trying to go for a nerdy nade and fumbling it actually kept him weak unnecessarily there. He's okay, though. He stayed alive. Teammates did their job to keep him up.
This is the way.
Nice movement at a Lucid.
This is the way.
Perfect damage. El Churro, how we doing, brother? Welcome. They're double channeling off a back A spawn here. The others are going to come straight through Cafe potentially in a second, so he's in a... Oh, and he could get pushed out as B. I like that movement. Lucid using the new jump that we rarely see to get back up to B rail quickly. HCS partner. We're Twitch partner. Did I say HCS partner? That comes next. I don't know. The finals? Yeah, but isn't the finals, like, not really thriving anymore? Or are they thriving? How they doing? Stuck on Valorant since, yeah, since it came to console. Smart idea from the Valorant devs. Well, did you hear what I said, Sheet? If you can get rid of that partner command or change it, please, to I am now a partner.
This is the way.
When somebody types exclamation mark partner, jeez. Target, thank you, brother. Welcome. You did? Okay. What does it say now? Or just he edited it? Okay, cool. Type it. Let me see. Partner's been achieved. Hey, cool. Love to see it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Sheet. Am I a formal pro? Oh, former pro. No, I've never competed, actually. I'm an enthusiast. I can play the game at a pretty high level.
This is the way.
Arturo Bravo, thank you for the YouTube follow, brother. Welcome. I came into the scene as like a YouTube creator, being a fan of like Frosty and Shotzi, and I would break down their gameplay on YouTube. And then that sort of like snowballed into commentary position, like opportunities, and I hosted like a little talk show where I interviewed all the pros, like Roy and Lunch and even Tashi and like just a bunch of different people in the scene back in like 2019, and then that led to opportunities commentating tournaments. So I've commentated a lot from like 2019 to 2022, and now we're just continuing content. I did used to commentate for LVT as well. Yeah, back when LVT began, up until 2022, I was commentating with LVT. Chase, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Gonna make sure I'm not blocking the kill feed. Milky ball control. You like to see that at SSG. Tough situation for Lucid. Nice back down, taking advantage of his teammate's presence there to stay alive. Right back with safety here. Wish things went a different route. Miss me here. Well, you know, safe to say, I think the mindset I've taken on is that everything, you know, this is the best route. This is the best route it could have been. And when it's meant to be, we'll come right back. Joshua, thank you for the YouTube follow. Safe to say I'm not going anywhere, right? We've been making progress. I think we're doing good things right now with what we've got. And then, you know, it only going to lead to better places. So if I was still a commentator, I might not be focusing as much on my content and not growing this platform. So I think it all helps. Yo, Jay, thank you, brother. Yeah, have a good rest, man. Thank you, Renegade. What's up, rookie? How we doing, man? Looking much improved. They're giving SR some trouble. Not in that King of the Hill game we just saw, though. Pete, what's up, brother? Legend on Quadrant, last shot this year. Nice to see this esport still generates new exciting talent. I agree. Yeah. We were talking about, obviously, on Luminosity recently, too. So we've still got other young players in the scene. Uzi and Zuzi. Or Uzi and Zuzi, right? They've been grinding, making some progress. Samantha, hello. It's same old. You know, we're still grinding. We just got a check mark, I guess, right? Like, I'm not 100% sure, like, all the what all the benefits are just yet. But it's just more validation that we're on the right track, you know? Just signs from the universe, man.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Hey, Brookie, thank you for the YouTube follow, brother. Welcome. Let's get it. Do my own thing. Suits me well. You can say and do what I want without having to worry about. Sure, yeah. We get a little unhinged sometimes. I think we're, like, relatively professional, but, like, it is nice to feel like I've got freedom. You know what I mean? For sure. And I think safe to say, like, out of... Or not to compare myself to commentators, but, you know... It's hard to do this, too, and do it well. And I think I've got maybe a knack for this in a way that others might not. So, you know, maybe it's good that we're here, right? Micromanaging chat and the gameplay at the same time. You got my reactions. And, you know, I've kind of been a commentator for the people from the get-go, right? So it kind of lets me interact with you guys a little bit more. Thank you, Nini. Hi, Dahlia. Thank you for the kind words. I hope you're doing well, too. Ever thought of streaming this on X? I have not, but it might be a good idea. Get a crap ton of viewers. Is that just another chat? Should we have, like, 3 chats, bro? And TikTok? 4 chats? How many locations should I be streaming simultaneously? Pure insanity, brother. That might be the way, honestly. Do I get more money there, too? We're at 1,400. Yeah, we're trying to smash some goals, so... Our all-time record is 1,700 subs. Maxi, thank you for the YouTube follow, brother. Welcome.
This is the way.
Eli the Ninja is definitely a GOAT, man. We had him on the stream last week.
This is the way.
Renegade, thank you for the YouTube follow, man. Welcome.
This is the way.
Make that 2. Camo up. At 96 right now. Lucid gonna make Royal 2 think twice about challenging. He gets picked up by Stellar. Random nade deletes him. Nice work out of Cycle. Man from Long gets a really important nade on Lucid to stall the setup. They got to play perfect Halo somehow. Cycle got 2. Killing Stellar here. Gonna make it tough for Snakebite. Picks up Cycle. They got to rotate that ball or play it out for a bait at this point. Eco might be throwing that ball out front C. Looks like he's doing exactly that. He's trying to defend it. Almost getting the trade on last shot. Couldn't close the gap. Ball's now out front center. 3v3 right now. They can defend it. Oh, if he gets around the corner at 97, 98, 99. He slipped out with it. I'm not sure who that was, but he cut the angle immediately straight through mid. That was good movement with the oddball right there. Bobsville, thank you, brother. Kind of you, man. I don't like being on X. I agree. I spent too much time on X, and I always regret it, man. Honestly, I've been going down the rabbit hole recently. This is like, you know, kind of a darker topic, but we talked about it a little bit yesterday with the hacks situation from Smash Melee. And
This is the way.
I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Taylor, thank you for the YouTube follow.
This is the way.
It's just really, really unfortunate tragedy. This pro Smash player passed away, and in a situation that you know, seemed preventable, you know, and it just really horrible tragedy in this community. So I've been looking at everybody's tweets and their responses, and it's just so, there's so much negativity, there's so much chaos, and people are just hating each. It's, you know, it's like hard to look away from it. But it's also like, you know, it just makes me so sad. It's so rough, man. Yeah. Like, I've been looking at Leffen's the replies to his tweet, and it's like, I don't know the full situation in like a ton of detail. I know Leffen's definitely, you know, probably far from perfect as a person, but like the death wishes that he's getting, like people are telling him to like die. Like, it's horrible. Like, I just don't see how that helps anything. It, you know, it's just not the way, man. I think a lot of mistakes were made in the entire situation, but wishing death on each other, you know, it's just not, I don't know. The whole situation sucks, man. It's just a bad, yeah, it's a bad place. And you got people who are like, it's like, it's become a political commentary as well. And people who like have no stake in the situation, they're not part of the Smash community, they're going to grab onto it and weigh in and share their takes and, you know, negativity and their personal, you know, opinions that may or may not have any association with the drama at all.
That
It's
is
just
just good
frustrating,
Halo
you know?
right there. That is just
JMC.
damn good Halo. My God.
5 months, brother. Let's go. Welcome back, JMC. How you doing, brother? What happened? A pro Smash player passed away a day ago, due to his ban from the community. He was banned from tournaments, and he didn't take it well, understandably. But there's a lot of nuance to it. It's just a dark situation. And he's somebody who was, in many ways, a legend. You know, he inspired my YouTube grind a little bit, because I come out of the Smash community, and he's like a super technical, like he like pushes the limits of Melee, basically. And that was the kind of methodology that I took as inspiration for my content for Halo, because Halo 5 and Melee share some similarities, you know. I don't know the specific details, but he did attempt it at one point, Valium, and it led to health complications that may have caught up to him. So it may have been as a result of his attempted, you know, it's not something I want to talk about. You can look it up on Twitter. But it's a dark situation. It's just an example of, like, all of the hurt and the pain and the hatred on that platform. Killian, Kenny, thank you for the follow, man. And, you know, I try to stay away from it, but at the same time, it's hard to, you know, with situations of that gravity. You kind of want to know what's going on. It can't yet. There's definitely, you know, there's good things about X as a platform, but there's also just a lot of negativity and a lot of, you know, we only have so much energy to give our lives, and becoming so fixated on that world takes away from your ability to be your best self in your own life, right? Depending on how you navigate it. Anime trend that's going on Twitter? What's that? Really tragic. Nobody deserves that at all. No. Yeah, the whole situation is tragic all around. It just freaking sucks, man. And, you know, I watched him as a kid, bro. Like, the Melee community is crazy because it goes back like 20 years, man. It's grassroots community from like 2005 or earlier, right? So, like, I remember watching hacks like as Captain Falcon, you know, back in the day. Dude had like the most stylish gameplay ever. And then his super technical Fox run to the pot, like just the whole, I've been around, you know, for that whole journey. It's just crazy to think like how much of our lives that's, you know, this whole gaming community has been a part of our lives for so long. Well, no, like it wasn't, look, I don't want to weigh into the details of it too much. Safe to say he had some mental health issues, but I don't think it was anything that was like, he wasn't hurting anybody. He did need some sort of help, and I'm sure that there was a route forward that might have helped him more without, you know, isolating him. You know,
This is the way.
it's just a tragic situation.
This is the way.
Robinson, thank you for the YouTube follow, brother.
This is the
Welcome.
way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, not to say like I can't relate to his circumstances, but I do know how it feels to be like, you know, kind of removed from a community, sort of, right? I understand how troubling, you know, something like that can be. So it's just a shame that that's how it ended up, you know? It's just hurts that that's how it ended up. Bit hella slippery today. All right, back to the Halo. We can go back to the Halo, man. This is actually close as hell. This is close as hell. Yeah, exactly. I think you have definitely worth a. It's, you know, if you want to know, I would read up on it and get educated before you make any sort of, you know, opinions or anything like that. Try to learn what you can if you are interested. Otherwise, you know, life goes on for everybody else, I'm sure. I just hope that nothing like that happens again, and that the community learns from it, and that we as a gaming community can somehow learn and grow from that, you know, what happened, so that something positive comes from the experience. In college? Yeah, I agree with that, Chief. In college right now, I'd love to join and compete in a team, and it doesn't seem like there's enough interest. That's fair. It's interesting right now because... Oh, hold on, 10 seconds. Lucy could save the round right here if he can get involved. Nade in on Frosty. Frosty with the ball rotate doesn't get out. Royal too weak now. Eco deletes him. Advantage to SSG. A little temporary setup here with a minute 25. Snakebite out front. SR with one good push. They win the game. Am I a Pikachu player? No, I was a Fox main. Super technical Fox main as well. Not as much as Hax was. Yeah, with Halo, there's a growing... It seems like, at least, there's a decent amount of popularity for watching the game. The esport. There's a lot of good storylines right now. People, you know, have favorite players and teams and whatnot. That's making it entertaining to watch. But the game itself, like the popularity of the game itself right now, doesn't seem to be growing. If anything, it's declining, you know? And that's a big shame. So I'm not sure. You know, all we can do is just kind of like, I'm just going to keep doing my thing and enjoying the esports and the tournament. And hopefully that motivates people to play. And hopefully HCS makes the right decisions with what they have right now. Bro, it's freaking 99 to 93. Did they just lose it at 99? They just got slayed at 99. They're going to lose. Oh my God. Oh my God. They somehow got shut down at 99 seconds, 4 dead with no hope at saving the ball. My God. Did he, what, he peaked? He peaked too early? He peaked. Peaked in skill and in game. I don't know. Oh, damn. No, we're on a weird timer. All right, we're going to go to, I guess, formal POV for an OpTic game. I'm not sure if anybody else on OpTic is streaming. We can check that real quick. It don't look like it. We got a trippy POV for Faze. Wait, do we want Faze POV for a game versus OpTic? (2-0) in the OpTic series, 4-1 in the SR series.
This is the way.
We got Eclipse versus Ascending
This is the
Baseline.
way.
Zachary, thank you for the ball,
This is
brother.
the way.
I think we'll stick to OpTic Faze, SR, SSG today.
Oh, that is just good Halo right there.
That's
is
just damn good Halo.
Oh my God.
Macho Man, let's get it, baby. He's back. Let's freaking go. God, this is damn good Halo. Yeah, I mean, that was a tight scrim right there, man. What the hell? Wait, why is Formal watching APG? Shopify about to be as cold on LAN? They definitely could be. Like, Cycle has shown his LAN consistency by being within top 4 the entire last year on Shopify, right? And then Last Shot placed 4th place at Worlds on LAN. So they can play on LAN. Maybe they're not winning just yet, but they could definitely hang. Cool. Trippy POV sounds pretty good, but for some reason we got or I guess he's just waiting for the game.
Oh, that
Mighty
is just good
Me.
Halo right there. That
Gracing
is just
us.
damn good Halo. My God.
No problem, Mighty Me. Appreciate the content. Consistent Halo coverage. Let's get it, man. Welcome back. 3 months. 1402. Can we keep up this energy next month? This month's been crazy, man. What's going to happen is next month, all the subs are going to elapse, and I'm going to lose like 100, 200, like, you know, a day or like every few days. We have to somehow keep the energy going. Just gonna believe, man. When was the last time I had a baguette? Good question, man. It's been a while, bro. I think I'm missing out. We were talking about donuts yesterday for some reason. We had like a big donut tangent. And then I got a craving. All right. They're getting started. Trippy POV. Neutral bomb. Do we actually skip this one? It's between neutral bomb, OpTic Faze, or recharge strong. I would much rather watch recharge strongholds. Let's watch last shot. Why is APG on screen? I'm not sure why Formal was watching his stream, but he's been streaming today, which he hasn't been for a while. So good to see him back. A new question. Best way to support Twitch? Anything that you like. I mean, obviously, if you're working with me in coaching, that's, you know, that's like a larger sum of money, I guess. But any way that you want to support is appreciated, man. There's no recommendation by any means. I guess you could technically have multiple tabs open and do YouTube and Twitch, but I really don't mind. When I'm catching streams, let's get it. Almost every day, let's get it. It's definitely the way. Keep it the passion. I'll keep at it, man. The cool thing about these scrims is that they do sort of align with some people's work schedules, which is sick, right? Like right now, it's 5:30 Eastern, so you might just be coming off of work. Let's say you finish in like a 9 to 5, and we're just locking in for scrims, right? We got 2 games done for, or 3 games, I guess, for the OpTic scrim, and then 5 for SSGSR. Open bracket team have a chance at becoming an org, or do players get signed to existing ones? Open bracket team have a chance at becoming an org? So, no. So, like, in order to be an org, you have to have a large investment and capital, you know, to create the brand and pay the players and the, you know what I mean? Like, you don't become an org by playing well, but you get the attention of orgs by playing well, right? So, already existing orgs that are run by people who have money and the framework, you know, the foundation setup will approach the pro players, or the pro players will reach out to different orgs, let's say, and then they'll get the support in form of like flights and hotel, whatnot for the events, and salary, which varies greatly depending on the wealth of the org, right? So like right now, Lethal's team has no org, Ryan Noob's team has no org. The only world where they get an org is if you know, some org that's available that wants to invest in Halo decides that they'll do it, like Native, for example. Native is currently involved in Halo through APG, so they do have some interest in Halo, but they have not signed a team yet. So the question's up right now as to whether or not Native plus Envy is going to pick up Lethal or pick up Ryan Noob. Just background noise. That's what I hear, and I'm okay with that. You want to put me in the background, by all means.
This is the way.
Add or no? Is that it? Thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. All right, SX2. That's more than enough, brother. Thank you, man. Works 7 and 3, so it's perfect. Perfect, Toucan. Pasta for the fam. Let's get it. I cooked some rice earlier. I got some food actually gonna eat in a bit. Good friends with Formal. Formal was probably just watching. Yeah, potentially. I wonder if there's still wasn't Lethal and APG friends at one point? They might still be. That's a good connection right there. You would think that APG would like coach Lethal's team. Last shot with 2 big kills right there. AB hold. They're gonna lose it though. 149 to 44. SR with a clear advantage in this one. That last game was separated by 1 freaking point, right? Insanely close, that last game. We'll see if SSG can pull back. Shyway Tony podcast. Haven't talked to the man in a while, but I'd be down, man. Let him, you go, you I mean, maybe don't bother him, but see what he thinks. I don't know if he's going to be down. Oh my God, we're nading ourselves. Okay, SSG might still need more time to mesh. Potentially. I mean, they lost by 1 point in the oddball game. How big of a factor is age in playing at the top level? Seems like older Halo pros. Halo has older pros compared to other games. Does it? CSGO, for example, Kerrigan's like 34 or 35, and he's still playing on Faze, I believe, right? The reason that Halo has older pros is because the Halo scene's been around longer. So you've got pros who have been competing for a longer period of time and just maintaining their ability. I think the age, the biggest factor like where that age plays, is like your responsibility that you have as you grow older, and the waning passion, I think, is the biggest thing, right? Like, what I hear from pros that get older is they just don't have the same drive to win that they used to. It's not as fun. The experience of like going to lands and staying up all night because you're just so excited to play, you can't sleep, you know? Like that energy that you had when you're like in your teens and your 20s, when you're newer to the scene, starts to disappear, and you have to like come up with new reasons to stay passionate and want to win. Like, I think Michael Jordan is a good example. Remember how Jordan, if you guys watch The Last Dance, for example, would create rivalries in his mind. Like, he would like he would just like pretend that somebody hated him or some shit, just so he could drive himself to like be the best. I think it's that. It's like finding reasons to continue to be the best and to fight as hard as you did when you were younger, when it was easier. It's not that it has nothing to do with performance, because at some point I think it will affect your performance, but safe to say, like, for somebody like Formal, no, I don't think it's impacting his performance. I think it's more about how much he wants to win. If you're 50 years old or something, like, I do think at some point it's going to impact you. Just like regular sports, right? You can't, Brady can't keep playing forever. He had to retire.
You suck one.
All right, that was dominant, that last shot. We're on Formal's POV right now. For the tail end of this game.
Base Penguin. Base Penguin, low spiral. What's his neck, guys?
And OpTic, the only broadcast where we get the comment. Staying in shape helps. It'll definitely increase your shelf life for sure. Prime 25 till about 40. Yeah, I could see, like, in the fighting game community, there are players who are around 40 that I think still play at the top level. I think. Because the fighting game community is also one that's been around for a long time.
Low left also fell.
Still has an impact at 40 in the league. Yeah. I think a big thing to note about somebody like LeBron, though, is LeBron's been around for how long? Right? Like, he didn't start late. He started at a decent age, and he maintained his ability. So you got to put all the factors in play there. There aren't too many Halo pros that are starting in their 30s. You want to build a foundation as early as you can, because that will benefit you. And once you built the foundation, you can maintain it with good health. How's it going, Droid? Welcome, brother. 36, the best FPS player of all time, easily. Who's that? Who's Rafa? What does he play? Daigo, 43. Still wins Super Majors? Really? That's what I was thinking of, by the way. Daigo. That's freaking sick if that's true.
One's are hard, John. Stop it bottom
For somebody like LeBron, you think it would be significantly harder because of how much strain, you know, is put on your body by like jumping and moving around like that.
One shot their hut, surpass. They're top tower, one shot surpass.
I haven't heard about Daigo winning. Yeah, I didn't know he was winning. I thought he was like a good player, but not winning.
I'm down to him. Two in tower. I'm looking at John.
Oh, he plays Quake. Interesting. That's actually really cool. What the hell? Is that on my end or is that a Formal issue? Okay.
I'm one.
He win arch.
Here. One shot on each press. One shot the bomb, left side, right side bomb, one shot guys, press. One side.
To the flag.
Did we hold over maybe? I don't know.
Consistent muscle memory, reaction time, awareness. Yeah. Pro players reinforce their reactions with their understanding of the game.
Flag half. That guy shooting you.
The better your awareness and your ability to predict the way the game plays and the flow of what players are doing, the faster your reactions, right? So an older player can be very on top of his shit just by understanding the game. Like in fighting games, it's pattern recognition, right? They know what their opponent's going to do and when. So it reinforces their reactions. It's up to you, Fen. Frosty's one of the few players in Halo that actually uses a tall left stick. I'm not sure what his reasoning is for that, but Frosty's got incredible movement, so it works for him. I don't think a tall left stick is very common in Halo, though, but I'm not sure.
Foul going out, John. Ring two foul.
What's up, Draco? How you doing, brother? Or Draco girl? Sister? How you doing? It's a universe. Brother's my universal term.
Our back flag, I think, man.
Some humans do by default have faster reaction times. That is true.
Tower drop.
Have you seen Tens do a reaction test?
Our flag.
Tens doing the whatever that website is. Man is fast.
Our base was just shooting
He's on
bomb.
like a- Was it like a 130 millisecond average?
Going their porch.
Let's take our flag.
Why does SR hard to explain,
Our porch,
Brady? SR and OpTic have had like a back and forth about like SR not scheduling for them or something, and then OpTic, I don't know, OpTic beat them, and then they wanted to scrim with OpTic, and then OpTic shut them down and said no. Like, I don't know, some weird shenanigans.
Let's try one. One's up on power too.
They're scrimming tomorrow. SR and OpTic are scrimming tomorrow, by the way.
Blue porch? Dead.
Bit of an outlier. Once in a generation genetics. Yeah, the genetic side of it is a big thing too, right? Like, there are people, I hate to say it, although
God, the spiral.
formal pissed, talent is a factor. Natural genetics and talent is definitely a factor. Hard work will get you far, but there is no denying that the best in the world have some sort of genetic predisposition that makes them the way they are. I think Chris Bumstead is an excellent example as well. The man has like god tier genetics that allow him to be a bodybuilding champion. Safe to say he's also holistically locked in though. He's definitely supported his natural talent by having a really good approach to his whole lifestyle. Yeah, that was an accident, King. Didn't mean to say that. Genetical. That's not even a word, bro. Oh yeah, there's definitely good content opportunities with the dialogue, but it would just it's definitely not at the forefront of my mind as far as like it's not a priority for me making a video like that. But I do think there's some good discussion to be had there.
Our low spiral, weak from base.
All right. I very quickly corrected myself for the record. Y'all picking on me.
What's up the spiral? Same one. To the left, John. To the left. One's hitting arch right now. Oh, and one's behind the spiral.
Seasonal flu shots. Oh, I see what you're saying there.
One more low left, trying to kill you, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's a conversation too, like doping and what players might be on, or I don't know. There's no surefire way in any regard. You can do too much of anything and really screw yourself up, whether it's gaming, whether it's bodybuilding, whatever.
He dropped basement. One shot front block. He's not moving. On our front block.
Michael Phelps, yeah, that's good too. Good example as well.
Our side spawn guys too. Our side spawn. I'm gonna die from our side spawn. Our ring 2 weak for press. Two shot ring 2. Our ring 3 wing flanking porch weak. Our flag. One's on our side.
Yeah, it's like year one, Pavel. SSG is not scrimming OpTic for the exact reasons that people weren't scrimming Sentinels in year one. Sentinels were the dominant team coming into Halo Infinite from the previous Halo title, so they basically people don't want to let them get too comfy practicing against them if they're the direct competition. So SSG has enforced. Oh, Renegade just got an over, bro. They got 30 seconds to actually lock this out off Renegade's over right now with the OS. Beautiful damage on a formal, but he's got to move, bro. He's got 20 seconds. Renegade with the big pick. They got an opening created in the base here. Formal getting shot by 2 angles. He's likely to die here. You have 15 seconds. Trippy dies to Legend. Renegade looking for that fight on spiral stairs. Does he kill him? Formal going to rotate the ball with 8 seconds left. Do they actually make this happen? Backstairs, he dies. He gets nuked. They're 2v2 right now. I think they're done. Screwed. Yeah, 2 seconds. Faze with a win, bro. Faze. Make it 2-1 in the series.
Same star as me, bro.
Nicely done out of Faze. Let's see what Trippy is up to, man. We're gonna swap over to
yeah, we didn't talk.
We'll go here and then we'll go Trippy. This is almost over, which is good. Is genetical a word? Is it? I haven't even. It doesn't sound right though. It didn't sound right when I said it. Why did SSG break up? It wasn't their choice, exactly. Formal wanted to team with Legend and Bound were down. Renegade and Bound for a long time have been talking about potentially teaming together, but they didn't really have a good reason to do it with Bound winning championships. But really, it was just like Formal reached out after Worlds and decided he wanted to team with, he wanted to make like his own super team. Basically, and OpTic is really well respected. Formal is really well respected, so they're like, yeah, we're not passing up this opportunity. Legend of Bound, sort of behind the backs of Stellar and Eco, decided to join OpTic, and then Stellar and Eco found out that this conversation was happening, and they got like unhappy about it. So, while SSG didn't want to sell the players off, Stellar and Eco didn't want to team with Legend of Bound anymore. They're like, screw you, go ahead, leave. We don't want you back. So they sort of like I guess, encouraged, not necessarily, but like the owner of the org was like, shit, okay, I guess we got to sell him now. So they figured out some sort of a deal with OpTic, and now Lucid from OpTic is on SSG. Thank you, Shameful. Appreciate it, brother. Already spoke on this. I'm an OpTic fan. The recent major qualifier bracket reset was tough to watch. Wait, after the bracket reset, you're saying? I feel like OpTic looked the best they have against SR in a while. I'll be in Arlington. It's going to be lit. I agree. OpTic have always looked good against SR because they have an even number of wins versus each other, right? Like, SR have been locking out the series, and that matters the most. But OpTic have won 20 games. SR have won 20 games. OpTic is 3-0'd SR twice in bracket. They winners finals last weekend, or 2 weeks ago. They 3-0'd SR. They 3-0'd SR to reset the bracket this past weekend, right? So they definitely have their moments where they're like on a tear and they're running through SR. But the same could be said kind of both directions, right? OpTic losing last weekend was a choke on their part more so than it was SR like dunking on them, I guess, right? Like if they won that oddball, who knows where that series would have gone? They choked that oddball situation. That could have been played better. How we doing, Josh? I'm gonna give you a couple minutes to change your mind on what you just called me there. No. Before you get banned. Should have been a 6-0. I don't know about a 6-0, but definitely like they could have won that. They should have won that oddball. They should have won that oddball, and who knows where it would have went from there. Wait, wasn't it already like 1-1 in the series though? Because they lost the Slayer, I'm pretty sure. I'm an OpTic meat rider. All right, you want to elaborate, Ali? You want to elaborate? What did I say that was not true right there? Faze be outperforming. They're all good. Didn't expect them to be beating OpTic. Yeah, I mean, they're all good. They're winning right now. Hi. Coming in hot today, Ali, huh? I don't know. Nothing I said was untrue. SR is currently deserves to have the #1 position because they've won 3 times. They're clutching up series more than OpTic is, but OpTic can definitely beat them because they've won 20 games, and so is SR. They are very closely contested. Low key though, Dutchy. Low key. The girthiest. Shut up, Eric. All good, brother. I'll forgive you. Lucid leaving Trippy and Faze being better than SSG must be awkward. I don't even, you know, I would assume if Trippy's the world champ that I think he is, I don't think he's worried about that too much. He's probably just worried about himself, you know? He's like, I made my decision, and I'm just going forward with that, and we're going to do the best with the decision that we made, you know? And Trippy kind of on the same wavelength right now. It's good to see Trippy making strides here, but I definitely think SSG can hang. Am I scared? Never, bro. At the end of the day, you guys, we've talked about this. I am biased to the Halo community, okay? I'm biased to Halo esports more than any team specifically. I do like OpTic. It's because OpTic is good for Halo. OpTic playing well is good for Halo. You guys know that. So my bias is to Halo esports. I like OpTic, but not to the point where I dislike anybody else. I want the community to get as many viewers as possible to get popular. How's it going, Callum? You missed a few games. Yeah, we are we're watching OpTic Faze right now from Trippy's perspective. It's 2-1 in their series, game 5, I believe. They have 1 tie. It's not just the money. OpTic has a large platform, huge platform that they've earned with their, legendary history in the gaming scene through COD and through Halo. Yeah, even Frosty's played for OpTic, right? Frosty, Snakebite, World 2, and Lethal had a stint on OpTic where they won a world championship. What's up, Eli? Their own fan fictions, yeah. I see them in my chat and in my YouTube comments. How you doing, Eli? Got some pretty salacious fan fictions between me and OpTic teammates. Questionable. Would be my fave team if I had to pick one. I mean, I do like the OpTic team, bro. I don't know. Like, I like all these guys for different reasons, man. Last Shot's one of my favorite POVs right now. Like, I came into the scene as a huge Frosty fan. I don't know. I agree with that, Rodrigo. His POV is just smooth, man. It's just smooth. And it's nice and simple. 10 seconds to close this one out. Faze got to do something. OpTic giving him trouble right here. They got a numbers advantage. A ball in a precarious location. So patient at a Trippy to just sit and be that whole time and get full mileage off it. Trippy baited that entire circumstance, right? Like, he anticipated a flank coming through pillars and stayed in B until it happened. Kind of crazy the patience he had off that play when the ball was sitting out in the middle of the map and they had a numbers advantage. He got maximum mileage off it now. Looking for blood here. 3v3. Finds the camo. Finds 2. Numbers advantage Faze. 20 seconds left. The damage into Bound. Gonna keep him at trash. Bound with the Ego Chow. They might be spawning B-rail. Formal somehow gets behind him through Cafe. Not sure how he created that cut. They are on B-rail now. They're spawning B, right? 10 seconds. Penguin with the lockdown. One in mid. Peeks out to keep him weak here. Gonna live up. 8 seconds to win this. Faze might actually have this round. They're getting flanked through back C. They got to kill back C. Suppress looking for it. Renegade got to kill. OpTic going to chow from the opposite side through Cafe. There they are. Trippy a little bit late to catch it. And now they're in trouble in C. Shit on Formal. Dunked on Trippy. Formal with an icy kill. Like, that's the ice right there that you need. Late game in a 1v1 to win this shit. Penguin foul. They get their picks. That was huge. Going to keep the odds even here. Falcated up bottom C looking for the fight. Ball auto resets because nobody's touching it. Nobody's touching ball. Faze spawning, or OpTic spawning from A. Yeah, gonna get an advantage state for the ball here. They're staggered already. Somebody on Faze behind them with a pinch. Huge opportunity for Faze to win this. Numbers advantage. That wrap, whoever that was back A, is it Falcated? Or Penguin wrapping back A, got behind the spawners in A to win the round. Holy shit. He did masturbate that for sure. That was a crazy little sequence at the end there. Everybody kind of clutching up in their fights and picking up off of the situations where Trippy didn't necessarily lock in, right? Like, Trippy losing that fight to Formal could have been the end of the game, but his teammates looked perfect there. Penguin coming out with a flank on A off the A spawn, created like a pincher, and deleted OpTic there. We picked the right POV, though. What now? You heard it. Did I stutter? If I could put together a dream team. I don't know, man. Everybody keeps asking me this. I think we got some dream teams already. I'm happy with the way that it is. I didn't see the podcast, though. I know. I heard the podcast was dope, Eli. After a 9-hour broadcast, safe to say I just wanted to go to bed. But hopefully that went well, man. The tie the leader. It's a good thing for Halo eSport community. Biggest org, arguably, in the game. 100%. Not even arguable. They do have the largest platform in Halo. Let's face it, a team that are expected to win. So seeing a team like Faze or Shopify winning will be even better for the under. Yeah, potentially. It's what's best for Halo esports is if OpTic are playing well but have trouble. You know, if they win a major, great. But if they win all the majors, bad. You don't want OpTic to dominate the season. I don't, at least. OpTic fans, I'm sure, do, but I don't want OpTic to dominate the season. I think Faze can win a tournament. The tournament? They can win a tournament. They have potential to. I don't know if... I don't see Faze as being as icy as SR and OpTic right now. There's something about Frosty and Royal 2 as a duo that are just insanely icy. And I believe in this current OpTic roster to be able to match that and win as well. When you've got the combination of, like, Renegade, Formal, like, the relentless confidence behind Bound. You know, like, they got a really good composition of, like players that believe in themselves, that aren't going to falter under any level of pressure. That was dirty. Trippy. Shredding them, looking like John Wick with the pistol, bro. Nice patience for that first kill. Finds Formal, make it 3. He's not missing right now. Falcade going to keep him at bay at C as they rotate ball out for the A-hole. Yeah, it's not that I don't believe in Faze, but I do think that, like, there's super icy players on SR and on OpTic. Trippy recently has been looking real good. Real good. Big game Trip, 100%. pro streaming scrims will buy Shyway a second house. I don't even... Let me buy my first house. How about that? It's good to be making like full-time income money, making content in the scene. This is something I've been working hard at for a while, so, you know, we're making moves, man. We just got to keep it up, though. This month has been really great. Yeah, I mean, I guess not that I'm going to say more talent specifically, like, but I think when it counts in the late game, maybe. I mean, both the OpTic's team is comprised of all world champions, so just by default on paper, yeah, more talent. And then SR, you've got 3-time winning world champions, Frosty, Royal 2, coupled with the 2 best new prospects, with an incredible, you know, they got a good resume from the previous year to show that they're insanely talented, with like an unpredictable level of potential. We don't know what their ceiling is.
Oh, that is just
Rapid.
good Halo right there. That is just
Damn good Halo.
My God.
Asking you shall receive. Let's go, Rapid, brother. First time sub. Love to see it. We got to keep grinding this, right? If we can keep the sub, if the subs at this level maintains itself somehow for the rest of the year, maybe I'll buy a house. I don't freaking know. I have no idea. We got to somehow get like a full, it's got to be the norm. Got to make it normal, maybe. If I keep the momentum from this month every single month, then yeah, we'd be looking at potentially 6 figures, potentially, yeah. Shrinking the map counts a tiny bit? Yeah, sure. Is that okay? SSG is all world champs too. Yeah.
This is the way.
That's true.
This is the
Romu
way.
Sanchez, thank you for the YouTube follow, brother. Welcome. Yeah, the one thing that's weird about SSG is just their composition a little bit. I feel like they could use a little bit more raw ego. Like just like unpolished, thoughtless aggression. That's what they need. The brains are too large. Their brains are too large, bro. Bunch of overthinkers. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Hot take, but Renegade doesn't have a great track record for leaving teams for greener grass. It's a good question. However, where the heck is that guy going to go at this point? Because he's been everywhere. Not to call him a whore, but you know, he's been there, done that with like every top player at this point. I don't think he can go anywhere else. I feel like he's traded up to his best circumstances that he'll be able to find for the rest of the season. No. Can't get greener than OpTic. That's it right there, brother. Especially since Quadrant's not even in the scene anymore. There ain't no more green. He's literally the greenest he could be. That was a sick team, yeah, in C9. But safe, I don't know if he burnt the bridges, but like, he didn't really leave that in the best way, you know? If anything, he left and like motivated his teammates he used to play with. Is SR green? Nah, SR's like confusing, bro. SR's like green, blue, and like, I don't even know. They're like multicolored. And white too. Like weren't the SR skins, like the teased skin image, like white? I don't know what SR is. SR is like a turquoise. Purple? Are they purple? They don't even know what they are. I think they're still figuring it out, bro. YouTube, well, normally YouTube hasn't been the greatest money, I'll be honest, but this month, yeah, it's the combination of Twitch and YouTube together to create a monthly income that is a living wage. Yeah. And then add the coaching and add any sponsor video opportunities. And my Patreon. Patreon's been great. I got to keep updating Patreon for the record. I haven't been doing enough of that. All of that compiles to create something pretty awesome. And I just got to keep putting the work in and keep building. OpTic taking a round makes things very interesting here, right? This could be a tight final round. I don't know when we're getting those new team skins. Yeah, I don't know if it's during the Arlington Major or after. Sick rotate out of Trippy, somehow getting shut down. Formal had an angle on him, I think, from behind. Cleaned him up. Well, he was distracted by that one player. He had some good patience there. Couldn't find the headshot. Faze staggered now off the OpTic setup. He's got 2 targets on him. One behind him in a second, too. He needs this kill. Nice cleanup from his teammates. Suppress gets 2. No trade on that 2v1. Somehow that one player who was one-shot stayed alive. It was Formal. He does die. And Faze with the advantage to get to the ball here. 10 seconds to camo, though. D, hold on. You're breathtaking. Let's get it, brother. Is that 10 pounds? That's what it is. Thank you, D. Appreciate you, man. Do I think that coaches, not the players, should pick their team? Coaches should pick their team. Grant Saints, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
This is the way.
How would that work exactly? I'm not sure how that would work. Coaches are valuable in the grand scheme of things, but... Well, okay, you know what, though? Coaches do actually have a say in the team, though. They do actually help pick the team. Thank you, Callum. So I think a good example is Best Man, I'm confident, had a say in putting Shopify together. Best Man is the coach of Shopify. They removed everyone from the roster except for Cycle and built a team around Cycle. And I do think that Best Man had some... Yeah, played a part of the decision-making in putting together the best possible team. So it really depends on the team and the dynamic. But it does happen to some extent. Safe to say that, like, I think the key here is that there's no set way to go about it. It's about who's got the most trust with the org that's picking up the players and the relationships between the players and the coaches. Seems like a good dude. I don't know him too well. Trip has absolutely been on one. Blanks better when on land? I think blanks happen less frequently on land, yes. I'm not 100% sure, but... Safe to say land Infinite plays actually really well. Like, what I've heard about land Infinite, I've only played it one time. I played an FFA at Worlds, and it felt good, but it was on Xbox. I've heard that land Infinite is actually really good. Like, the game is competitive and exciting on land. Would be the nastiest with the grab hammer, and why is it trippy? Because he camps in corners. Do Faze win this, bro? They're up 80-35, giving OpTic trouble. They're about to tie the Scrim if they take this game. That's a numbers advantage Faze right now. Foul coming out with 2 kills. Foul coming out with 3 kills right there. Maybe a triple. Keep him bound weak. Foul looking for the over. It's Suppressed who gets it. Has a ball rotate opportunity with less than 20 seconds. His teammate spawning at A gives him some coverage, knowing that they're not going to be at Cafe immediately. C spawns likely for all of OpTic right now. Somehow they didn't rotate the ball despite getting their kills, right? The ball is still lingering in B in this situation. I feel like FaZe might have had an opportunity to bring the ball back to A. There might be some confusion. OpTic now on top of it. Gonna steal away a couple seconds. Trippy isolating Formal? Is it isolating that fight instead of playing for ball? But his whole team dies in the process, and now OpTic gonna get time. They're gonna rotate that back to A and probably create a setup with the space they've been given. It's the perfect Halo. I heard Halo 3 on LAN is actually like the god, like the GOAT Halo. I don't know. Like Halo 3 was not my favorite Halo, but I heard that on LAN it's like incredible. Online it wasn't that great competitively. The best in Infinite? I don't know. I think it fluctuates. Nice bank, nice bank. Doesn't kill him? What the hell? Oh my god, that movement! Who was that in the corner? Was it Bound? He hit what looked like a perfect bank nade. Bound is sitting on top of that yellow freaking post on the corner, and then he hit a G slide off at a perfect angle. It came out so fast off that slide that Trippy couldn't reaction shot him. He's freaking slipping sliding, man. That was sick. That's the best way to get out of that corner, for the record. What that player just did, take notes. Sit on that yellow post and then G slide off it through the door. That's the best way to get out. And that live maintained the setup. And now OpTic might win. Trippy's at a numbers disadvantage here. He's got the double dilemma of the ball and the camo, so he's sitting between the two. And he can't really afford to lose either in this situation. Looks like he's beelining for ball. Going to trust his team to pick up Cambo, but miss a player in A as he comes through here. He's getting shredded. This man just got dismantled from multiple angles. Big 1v1 out center map. OpTic winning their fights, and OpTic with the ice. And this is where it matters, right? This is what wins you games in series. OpTic coming out with the win on the team fight, and there's nothing FaZe can do. That was clean. That was some clean execution from the whole freaking team right there. We're going to go to Formal's POV. That was so clean. One with a couple nades just to guarantee it.
Good job, bro.
Trippy looked hella confused in that situation. He had a difficult role to play. His team was staggered. They were too dead, and he knew that he couldn't just, like, sit back because they were going to get away with ball, and the camo's coming up. So he tries to, like, get Mixie in the center, but then ends up getting shot from a million different angles. I'm not sure if he could have played it better. Like, if he could have, like... Because if he doesn't take that space, then his teammates behind him don't have space to work off of, right? Like, when he pushes up and gets Mixie, then his teammates spawning behind him can do stuff off of what he's created, right? If he doesn't move, then OpTic... Then it's easier for OpTic to rotate through the map, potentially, right? I don't know. I understand why he did what he did, but it didn't work out.
RK, thank you for the prime. Welcome back for 6. Thank you so much. Defuse, thank you for the prime. And Kill for Odin. Thank you for the prime.
That ice was too much to handle. That's the exhibit A right there. We talked about ice. That's it right there, right? That puts OpTic up 3-1 in their series. Last shot POV. Lucid POV. Let's do Lucid. Then again, this is the losing POV currently. I'd rather see Last Shot shut this one out. He got checkmated, kind of, yeah. That's the internet, Miller. That's the internet, brother. People have their takes they see in black and white. And the only way to navigate it is with a lot of patience. Ah, we're all too disconnected somehow. It's looking like back to Formy. Is it 4-1? And 7-1. Thank you for the update. That's what movies is made of, man. Scrims be going by too quickly.
Thanks for turning the lights on. Thank you for the 2-1 for 32. Welcome back, bud.
I agree, show you.
SR pick to play Saturday. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, apparently at the K-Son event, SR gets
800 on YouTube. Let's get it, YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button. If you're hanging on YouTube, there's 800 of you guys.
I don't know,
That's 800 potential opportunities to hit like.
Let me, like,
At 227 on Twitch. Welcome, guys.
I was just throwing fucking grenades and 360s on some lethal shit.
Yeah, we do try the S&D.
Who's that last guy you killed on the shotty? Was that Donnie?
Yeah, they're trying S&D this weekend.
Tell,
if you
like,
guys didn't know.
where you're at.
Yeah, it's
The
a
new
one-day-
S&D game type
play
is getting tested this weekend with the top 4 teams live
So
at the
scared,
K-Son
and I was like,
Invitational.
wait, what the fuck? This guy's actually like lost.
Let's get it
They
rapid.
can
Thank
pick
you,
whoever they
man.
want to play. They can pick us.
Foxy, thank you. Yeah, half of it is like mushrooms. The other half is black.
That's
Yeah.
pretty close.
Trying to wear a bunch of random shirts. We've been wearing this one for a while, though. The score is 4-1 OpTic in their scrim right now. They have one tie. They had a tie in CTF. Yeah, Forbidden CTF.
Thoughts on the Pred situation, if you don't mind me asking? I don't really have thoughts on that, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He's got no thoughts. It's a shame. I was hoping he'd say something. Gutter dude, hold on.
Oh, that is just good Halo right there.
That's
That is
just damn good Halo.
My God.
Gunner, I appreciate you, brother. Welcome to the way. It's good to see so many new Prime subs today. Thank you, Gunner. Got a lot of new first-time subs. Love it. Any chance us fans will see a Shycoin crypto launch? Not anytime soon. I'd rather do merch or something before I do crypto. It's not really my scene.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Rapid. Thank you for the YouTube follow, brother. Welcome.
This is the way.
Appreciate it. Love my brick-colored shirt. It's, wait, what? Brick-colored? It's got mushrooms. Genetical is not a word. Thank you for the update. I didn't think it was. It didn't sound like one.
I call the shots in the OpTic COD.
Gotta pull a Hawk-Tua.
On
What do you mean?
this call I
Is that your thing, Gringo? You're into that? You're into that kind of thing?
I'm like fucking.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Is it Lima?
This is the way.
Wait, Liam. Liam Evs. My bad. Liam, thank you. Welcome. aren't easy. So, okay, so speaking of, yeah, there you go. That's why you said Hawk Tua. That makes sense. So, Hawk Tua, that girl had, you know, people were like, why the hell is she famous? Brian, let's go, Brian. Thank you for the YouTube follow.
This is the way.
Wondering why she's famous, but the sentiment around her wasn't super negative. More people were just like, you know, whatever. This is ridiculous.
This is the way.
Alex, thank you for the YouTube follow.
This is the way.
After that meme coin crypto thing, which, you know, maybe that wasn't her intention to scam people, but after it happened, her stock in, like, she invited so much negativity on her brand, you know, and that, just seeing how that went, that shit scares me out of ever doing any kind of crypto, you know, endeavor.
Are you guys all good?
It's not the first thing on my mind, I'm thinking.
No,
Did she disappear? I don't know if she just, like, I will say that I don't see her coming up in the feed like she was during that Hawk Tua phase, right? Like, unless it's negative, which is really unfortunate, you know? It's unfortunate that, like, especially when you build a brand off something like that, then I think there are a lot of people that want to see you fall because they don't feel that your success, your fame was really justified. It kind of just happened, you know? So it's a tough position to be in. She doesn't seem like a bad person. I don't think that she had negative intentions with it, but maybe just made the wrong decisions, and it led to a lot of people feeling scammed, you know, and then completely destroying her brand. That's like not. Yeah, I put on a comeback. Oh, on the the tournament last weekend, Legend, right? Yeah, it's like, what? I don't know. I'd rather just get some merch out there. We got to figure out a proper like logo design or something like that, and you know, make some cool merch. Start with that. Get a beard sponsor. We still haven't done that. Trying to give Formal some space on the screen here, guys.
Capture the flag.
If she knew about it was the question. Yeah, and it's like, I don't know enough details to really judge, but safe to say it didn't help her case, and you could tell how stressed she was about it, like, since, right? Like, because I've seen her talk about it, you know, through like a random Twitter post or something, and she definitely looked like, you know, it definitely looked like she was going through a lot of stress.
What are you doing right here, man?
Overextended herself, maybe, right? It's like,
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do bottom mid. What a bottom mid? Trippy, you probably to find me.
Trusted the wrong people, maybe.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
seems like it. All-time favorite Halo Pro. I don't know. That's way too big a question, Brian.
Moving down.
Okay, it's too weak.
Hard to say.
Weak is too
Roy is up there. Let me say Roy is way up there.
Is that dimension link?
But I like a lot of Halo Pros.
Yeah, they was fine.
Fucking done.
I'm in grass right now. Grass, yeah.
Branded
And top
beard
catch
comb.
on.
I like the sound of that. That sounds sick, man.
And top rocks down, top rocks down, top rocks
How
down.
we doing, Naughty Dog?
Yes, Rex.
Our top cat, we suppress. Our
Where's
main,
that new
our main,
Uncharted,
our
brother?
main,
Where's the
our
new
main,
Uncharted?
Express.
Roy board. Neighbor
Super,
school.
Stepping at me.
One trap, foul.
Missing it.
I'm gonna go silver done.
Okay, there's shots for now.
I'm gonna
Something
my
I
shield
was-
on jump window, okay?
Something I was thinking about with
I'm gonna
Roy.
go good.
This is super random.
Actually, I'm going up, I'm going up.
One's back left. One's back left.
So, like, I think
but
something that slept on in FPS fundamentals is your eyes.
Back left.
Bro, I gotta lower this down for this. Okay, your eyesight is really important, obviously, in a shooter. But like your gaze, the intensity of your gaze, and like how well you can lock onto a target with your eyes and recognize, you know, your reticle's relative position to it and hit your shots, whatever. Your eyeball movement needs to be efficient too. Like, there's a lot of depth to that that's like not really, you know, talked about in FPS. One thing about Roy that's super interesting about him is his piercing gaze, bro. Like, not just his eye color, but his like eye contact. His gaze is like freaking, it's like through your soul. He's a very piercing eye contact. And I think that's part of the reason why his shot is so freaking consistent. Yeah, you could say carrots, you could say maybe it's a genetic thing, like whatever. But I do think that there's actually some substance behind his gaze, like his intensity of his eye contact and his ability to shoot his weapon in Halo. Because people, you know, getting good at aiming is eye control as much as it is
Silver,
thumb
silver, silver, I
control.
think. Our silver, silver, bottom mid.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go elbow, guys. I'm gonna go elbow.
Sure. But yeah, knowing how to really, because all of your reticle movement comes from your eye
Approximate guys
movement,
are elbow.
basically.
Elbow trip right now behind him.
It what comes from your brain understands the map and the angles, and then
Our
your
window,
brain
window,
directs your
window,
eyes
window, window,
to lock onto the area
Everywhere
that you need
suppress,
to
everywhere
shoot,
suppress.
and then your thumb
That is
follows
just good
that.
Halo right there. That is just
Damn good Halo.
My God.
How we doing, Tarzan? Welcome, brother. Thank you for the first time Prime. Let's get it. We're making progress. We're partner, Lexi. How you doing, Lexi? Wait. How do you know a partner? Is there a check mark? Is that what it says?
Maze absolute trippy.
I think that is a legitimate thing. Like, starts in the mind, which directs the eyes, and your eye movement directs your reticle movement.
Couch.
The guys.
Catch them. No, watch it. Watch it, is too.
Yeah, fuck. No one.
And without that,
Watch
those
the
layers of intentionality, that's what leads to people missing.
it's two
People go on
green, it's
autopilot,
red
and one component, whether it's their eyes or their thumbs or something
They're silver killing me or something.
loosens.
They window,
Right?
window, penguin him
You
twice.
loosen your, or
Window,
you just
weak
start
penguin, window,
autopiloting,
penguin.
and that's how you miss.
Watch out window. Watch out window.
Thank you, Lexi. We've been putting the work in.
Margin.
Ocular driving, hands follow your eyes almost subconsciously. Remember what you're doing. I've talked about it with formal. Yeah, formal is a good example of that.
Nice pass.
Because his reticle
Up, catch
placement
timing,
and his
catch timing,
reticle
go.
movements are so smooth.
And flags weak also, Elbows also one
I
shot.
think that's directed by his eyes.
What
Where is that?
One more
Man's
shot,
locked in.
sunset. One shot, there. Let's go, elbow probably behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's elbow to basement, trippy weak.
It all matters, Foxy. I don't know if it's like 10% that, because like something that I have is I have very quick hands.
Okay.
Should be okay.
My fingers are quick.
Nice.
I can pick up mechanics in games very fast, and
The window down.
Rocket
You
shoot
know.
one shot, press. Rocket shoot one shot, press absolute. He's like elbow now.
I
blue
figure
elbow,
out
one
things
shot.
like that
He's
intuitively.
like on the silver, I think.
And maybe that comes from my background playing saxophone as a kid. I don't know. And just a lot of video games.
Yeah, red.
But
I'm over sniper team, I'm looking at bound.
my hands are
One shot,
faster,
shiver.
and my eyes, I don't know.
It's two, one guy,
Here,
I don't know if my
here.
eyes are as locked as my hands are.
One shot elbow, absolute penguin, one shot elbow, absolute penguin.
Herbal penguin, herbal.
Everything. Thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome. And I see other people interact with controllers and how their fingers, their hands move, and it's
One
not.
shot elbow still.
It's
Penguin.
more.
Red one.
He's still one shot
like-
elbow, penguin.
Yeah, they're not
Turn
putting-
around,
I was gonna say like
One,
barbaric
one,
or something.
one.
People have a different
Okay,
way to interact with
Actually,
their
they're fucking up.
peripheral and the way they
I'm
move.
looking at John,
And
I'm
everybody
looking
has,
at
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, come here, elbow, come here, elbow.
it's not as intuitive for some people.
So,
Especially when I try to teach
elbow,
people
one shot, press
things.
absolute.
Like you watch me do the C jump on tower, right? I could do that shit like 10 times in a row with my eyes closed. The tower C jump. It doesn't come naturally to people.
Yeah, snap red cave.
Regardless of how I explain the intricacies of how the skill jump works,
Cave one shot trippy and one untouched. Cave one shot trippy and one.
you know, even
that's two
pros
rocket
like, you know, will have
Cave
trouble
trippy,
with it
cave trippy,
sometimes.
Nice, man. Nice. Shit to it. Okay. Rocket.
Addy
Keep it up,
Warriors,
keep it up, keep it up.
yeah, for sure. I'm sure that helps with the gaze
Their
though.
window, guys. Their window, penguin. Ain't that dude.
Marching snare drummer, really have your hands be fast and precise. 100%. I play a bit of drums too, and I agree with that, Julian. The process that you go through improving at drums,
Elbow gun, foul one shot elbow.
the extensive repetition,
Yeah, more on me silver.
formal, holy shit. 3! He got 3! Nicely done with the double beat
Blue out
down.
of sky, blue out of sky.
So it's the repetition also creates a fatigue, and when you
One
go
shot
through
crash,
that
one shot crash,
fatigue
on our maze,
process, you start to learn how to move faster with the same, like, you start to learn how to apply the same speed and get the same sounds with less force, right?
You needed to.
Like you build efficiency
Rockets, one shot, Mike.
through fatigue and repetition. This happens with the double bass pedal as well. I'd be burning my legs out, burning my shins, my calves, whatever, but then start to learn how to use my toes and learn how to use the front of my foot and like optimize like different parts of my body that I wasn't thinking about through that process of fatigue and like repetition. It's the same thing with gaming. Your thumb position, whether or not it moves, your hands, how tense your grip is, on the controller, where you focus the tension within your hands. So within your thumb, on the aimer,
Going right.
focusing the tension very intentionally. It's the same thing with gaming as it is with drumming. You get faster and you use less force. You preserve your health of your hands. Just build efficiency overall. Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Our maze we expressed. One's okay. You are fight.
Very much like an instrument. Exactly. Very much like
We have a good fun.
He saw me.
Our silver.
We're big yapping. We're hella yapping right now. I know OpTic COD locked in. They've been having some trouble with the CTFs versus Faze today. They got one tie. Icy as hell out of formal. Rarely does this guy miss a straight up 1v1 5-shot situation like that, right? Him getting that kill guarantees the flag, gives OpTic advantage state. They got a sniper as well. I think it's Renegade with it. No, it's Legend with the sniper on his back.
Two guys on me, bro. Two guys.
Clean up at a bound. They're not going to be able to pull this. You just got to keep the momentum by winning their fight center map so the spawners can come up and hold the map again. I agree with that, Gunner. Mustache Shelly! Let's get it!
Good Halo right there. That is just
Damn good Halo!
my God.
Shyway, the saucy beard sex symbol of the Halo scene. I'll take it. I didn't say it, you did. Let's go. Fucking saucy, what'd you say? Sex symbol of the Halo scene. Let's go. We'll
One
put
back
that
door,
right
one
into
back
my
door.
brand.
That's one site, bro.
Get a beard oil called Saucy Sex
Two elbow,
Symbol
two elbow, two elbow.
of the Halo
Penguins
scene.
one, penguins one on flag. Our elbow one shot, penguin on the commando.
One's a flag, let's kill this guy.
Thank you, mustache.
Kill flag guy, nice job. On rockets, guys, on rockets, flag.
Yo, blue one on me.
Nice, our window and rocket tree, let's do. Our window and rocket tree, let's do.
One shot rocket shoot. One shot rocket shoot.
I'm playing for the window guy, I'm playing for the
One shot
window guy.
rocket shoot.
I hear you, Henry. Yeah, it's easy to
I'm
see
window, one shot, trippy.
somebody move fast and want to emulate that, but a good player can vary their speed depending on the situation. A good player moves fast off their awareness,
Top
not off
down, top
habit.
cat to RBR, really big bound. It's gonna be on zone.
Okay, off flag, guys, off flag right now.
Here.
Off flag.
This is perfect. So perfect for formal right now. Flag about to get auto read if anything.
I died with rockets or silver.
Guys with rockets though, and they haven't planted it. They did it.
Rockets
Nice
down,
save.
silver, John. Scan
They're it might be in trouble though with the
Rocks
rockets
down
at
to left,
play.
rocks down
Too
to left,
bad.
rocks down to left. He's probably playing for me. Probably has him already.
Yeah.
No.
Our flag weak. One shot flag runner. One shot flag
Sweet.
runner.
Falcated alone off that pole, gonna try to create some chaos here, but he'll die in the process. OpTic can take advantage of that. This is a horrible stagger to be in if you're Faze, and of course the freaking broadcast freezes. I think they won the game off this though, I'm not gonna lie. Falcated going for that pole, revealed his position. We lost everything. You're kidding me. No. Formal.
Window. There's a lot of damage in window, guys. One's a window also. To BR.
They got Reese
BR,
somehow.
You guys are window.
Wow. That's some damn sexy Halo.
That's who we're in the flag, I think.
I said what I said.
Grass.
Hey, you can say it again. I ain't complaining about that.
Or silver.
Paid chatter. Yeah, bro, I pay for the vibes in here.
I'm going our elbow, guys.
Stream's going good, Warble.
Pushing.
Elbow, one shot foul.
I don't use control. I've
Two elbow,
experimented
guys,
with
two
control
elbow.
freaks, but I'm not a huge fan personally. But some pros do use them. I think Snakebite might be using like a tall stick or something. Lucid uses a tall stick, kind of similar to control freaks.
That's you on me, bro.
On
the
touch,
right stick.
express.
Pace on tourney is this Saturday, so one day event.
We go trend.
Superman, let's go. Thank you for the follow, man.
The way.
Are you the YouTube Superman?
Elbow, one shot express.
We can die.
Elbows are two, also both big are for elbow, guys. Bring it, Rhea. You guys on me. One shot on touch, suppress.
I see
One
Henry.
shot on touch, suppress, absolutely.
It's important to know how to play fast.
Maze, fountain, half.
I wouldn't limit yourself to just having a slow play
Okay,
style.
just get out with snipe. They're gonna cap this. Get out with snipe.
I would challenge you to learn how to also play fast.
Nice, Sean, good.
But even with a slow play style, you can pick if your teammates play fast. That is still an opportunity for you to take advantage of, as long as you pay attention to them and what they're doing.
On rockets, guys,
Because any damage that they do, you can pick up off of from a good position.
Side behind me.
If you're thinking about that. But I would still challenge you to switch that mindset and learn how to play fast as well. Long schlong. Let's get it, brother. Welcome.
Just sitting back right, Mike.
He's on me.
Welcome to the party.
Back left, he's back left.
Superman made it Twitch. Love to see it.
Yeah, back left. He's still one shot back left. Can you rocket back left, Super? Can you rocket back left?
Just trust formal. Wow. That actually worked.
Window to BR. BR weak, trippy.
Just
One
fucking
weak,
trust me,
trippy. One
bro.
touch over,
Just
one
rocket
shot.
back
One
left.
touch,
That might be GG's. They got him on a 2
RBR,
day stagger.
Penguin, in twice.
Penguin's got to shut down Formal here. Formal, no choice but to drop. Somehow Legend died in the window, giving Faze an opportunity to defend this. It's going to get mixy here. Suppress might opt for the flag.
Draw Arable, man.
In the back flag.
I don't see window.
Our base, dude. He's our silver to maze. That's the window guy.
That I couldn't tell you, Chief. I don't follow the Lakers.
Our maze square flag. Pulling window.
I'm just hanging out.
One's the maze, one touch on. One's the maze on. One's the maze.
One's Evan.
Bro, how is Faze coming out with this? Holy crap.
Come on, guys.
There's no way they get this flag.
One flag.
Can they keep defending
Touch,
it?
touch, touch.
Probably not. Falcon got enough. Oh, he didn't put it up. He didn't get it up the wall.
Suppress half. And one's on touch, I think.
Suppress already pushed up. Last guy's bottom mid. They got to move up off that and create chaos. Yeah, this is good. They moved the spawns to elbow here.
Blue trench still.
Doesn't
Blue
kill
elbow,
Trippy. That slide delayed a shot.
Blue elbow,
He
blue
dies
trench,
after.
I'm flag.
Did they cap
Don't
that?
counter,
They might
don't
cap
counter.
that. On the elbow.
Nice.
Last second save with the elbow. Oh my fucking god. Saved the last second. They got 3 dead. They got a counter pull opportunity. Could be a spawning cave here for the cutoff. They're going to OE through cave side. Formal going to come back now. Sniper's up. If Faze are quick, they might be able to get snipe off spawn and save the flag at the same time here. Renegade keeping the flag in a baitable location. Oh, they won off time, bro. I'm not even thinking about the freaking clock. That was an insane save out of OpTic at the end, man.
Bro, I feel like if one of us gets out and they have our flag control, we don't need to go back.
This is the way.
Damn, special defects. Thank you for the follow.
We're kinda like fucking up.
These are tight battles,
if they have
man.
our flag control and like you're like the last guy out or some shit, like you don't need to go backwards. Like you need to go forward. Like make a play on their side.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Thank you, Thrax. Welcome,
I'm
brother.
not gonna go back to elbow unless I fucking have a teammate. This shit's so hard.
Yeah.
They're just two there, and I'm just like.
Is he talking about
shit.
formal? I wonder.
Elbow's just actually a really good fucking spot.
Post Salt, thank you for the prime for 2, bro, and Postal.
Elbow is super strong in Halo 5.
Connor, thank you for 2 for 11.
Super strong in Halo 5.
What's up, guys?
Let's get a gamer. How we doing?
Actually,
LVT streaming the
appreciate that,
Invitational. I think they got a B stream or something like that. They'll likely be live. I don't see why they would miss the opportunity to go live. I think they're going to be either watch partying or they'll be casting some sort of secondary POV. It should be live on Kason's Twitch. Let's go, Thrax.
Yeah,
Welcome, brother. And there should be actual, or not actual, there should be HCS broadcasters involved as well. The SR SSG scrim is still happening, and we haven't seen it for a bit. I kind of want to see what's going on there.
Crazy work.
Huh?
I said underneath the sneaky on the map. They love that shit.
I'm about to just go for it. I'm about to just go for it.
Got a recharge king.
Okay.
We're in the middle
Straight
of
on
a
it, straight on,
tense
straight on. Look at
CTF.
camera jump, look at camera
You know
jump.
what? Let's jump over to SSG SR for a second. Let's see what last shot's up to. And update the scores. I do dislike the fact that the comms aren't on everybody else's streams, you know? It's 9-1. Oh my god, bro. I guess OpTic was 5-1 in the OpTic scrim. There really still is a gap, huh? Like it was looking good in the individual games, but they're not like, once again, it's an ice factor, right? Like the games are competitive, but the icier team that's winning in the end of the day is OpTic and SR in both these scrims. SR plays OpTic tomorrow. Any tips on how to determine whether to overextend, push their flag, or fall back, help defend? Yeah, I mean, if you're already pushed up on the map, it's generally like a good rule of thumb to not go back to your base most of the time, right? Like maybe in certain special circumstances, like moving up on the map and then turning back and going back to your base is not advised. You get more valuable the farther you can get up on the map, right? Depending on how you play from that position, is up to how many people are alive, right? So if you're alone back there, then you're sneaking, you know, like maybe you don't pull the flag right away, maybe you don't open yourself up and take fights right away, or you counter pull to create chaos and then hide or something like that, right? Or if you have a numbers advantage, then you're working off your teammates. But generally speaking, if you made progress up the perimeter, you should keep going and try to make a play off the space that you've created. Because you become, increasingly more valuable as a player the farther you get up on the map in CTF. Let's get it, Jeffrey, Kareem. Hell yeah, brother. How tall am I? Can't tell if I'm really tall or really short. I'm neither. I'm about 6 feet. I'm taller than the average man, but I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself like tall. Who do I think takes tomorrow's OpTic scrim? I have no freaking idea, bro. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be the best scrim that we've seen so far. So don't miss it. Don't be late. I'll be there. Luce is still playing for Florida. He is on Florida. He's in Florida. I'm not sure if he's on 70 ping, but he is, I believe, in Florida. This last shot guy is kind of sick, huh? SSG still get that cap. Lucid, not sure about those peaks, right? Thinking he could get away with it. He might run that flag to P Street here. He's going straight mid. That's fine. He's got timing. They got all 4 dead. The best route to run the flag when you got timing. Alley-oop, straight to rail 2. What a perfect counter, right? They're always so clean off execution. If SSG gets a cap, they have to come back to their base. That's the issue with coming back to your base, right? You give up map space. And then SR takes advantage of them coming back to get the flag cap by just killing them as they get back to the base. Counter pulling. Yeah, average height is 5'9", but like tall, in my opinion, is like, I don't know, like 6'2". It's like tall. You know what? I'm tall depending on who I'm talking to. You know what I mean? Really from person to person. It's like some people think I'm tall. Most people think I'm like medium tall. I don't know. It's like my shirt size, bro. Like I'm on that weird cusp where like I wear large shirts for some places and medium for other places, depending on the fit. I'm in a weird spot, bro. I'm not a big sports guy, unfortunately, Brock. I feel like I'm missing out. Be talking about sports, but then we go on a huge tangent.
This is the way.
I'll occasionally watch like
This is
UFC
the
with some
way.
buddies every once in a while, but
This is the way.
tall, cool. Speaking of tall, there's a real tall guy in the chat. Welcome, brother. Cam makes me look 5'8". How so? Yeah, people. It's funny because people will say that they thought I was like short in person. They're like, "Yo, I thought you were like 5'8" or something like that, right?" Like when they meet me, 5'7". Makes online shopping impossible, bro. Yeah, it's weird, right? Like one store, I'm a large in everything. The large is like small in some stores, bro. And some stores, the medium's like big. Like I don't freaking know. Like it doesn't make any sense. They need a system. Like I got a bunch of large shirts from this place from Europe, London, Legend London. Large T-shirts at that place are way too tight, bro. I can't wear them. Way too tight. Just a variety of stuff. A lot of Halo music recently, bro, just because of the live streams. The genre I've been the most passionate about growing up was probably like metal. In late high school, a lot of metal music. But I listen to everything, bro. Like hip hop, whatever. Drake, sure. Top 40. I don't discriminate. Best Halo game. Multiplayer, Halo 5. Campaign, like Halo 2 or Halo 3. SR's owning these guys. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure what to say. Like, I thought this would be really close. It is 10-1 right now. 10-1. Last shot is making it look easy, man. On his POV, he's not even struggling. OpTic are having some trouble with Faze, right? They have to come back from like a deficit or from like a tight, you know, tightly contested game. OpTic are still winning, but every game seems very close. I'm not getting that same vibe in every SSG game. We're on Trippy's POV right now. His team is winning. Or wait, no, it's not. I take it back. His team is losing. I'm going to go to formal. They're winning. I thought they were winning.
Fucking fuck too.
I can play them after this.
I'm gonna go glass, guys.
Yeah, bottom
It's
man.
going
It's going to be sick. Show you.
Yeah, two here, bro.
Glass, go glass.
Thank you,
Bottom A,
Justin.
bottom A.
Big T Swift guy.
Bottom man,
I don't listen to Taylor Swift, but I will give her some flowers. Her live performances.
Gold sign me, gold sign me, gold sign me.
I've never seen her live, but I understand why people like it.
One's a gold
Like,
sign.
she's a natural. When it comes to live performances, I don't know. She sounds like as good, if not better, live than she does in her like Spotify or whatever, right? Like I don't really listen to her music, but I understand why she like she owns. She has a presence on the stage.
I'm
You
just watching
know?
tower, John. He's
Like,
about
I
bottom.
tip that. I definitely tip that.
Yo, one shot,
I don't know how I went down the rabbit hole of like watching her live shows. I think it's just because she's so insanely famous. I was like, why is she so famous, right? So I looked up her live shows.
I think
And then
people
I
text, guys.
kind of
People
get
text.
it.
Yeah, I'm looking text. I'm looking text.
Like it's insane. The sea of people that
I'm
watch
watching
her.
long, I'm watching long. Didn't chase
They're crying. They're in tears. They're dying out there.
I think he should be.
I respect his success. Yeah. She definitely is like born to be up
Well, we're
there.
missing one, missing one. I think we're not sleeping behind us, man.
He's red. Red.
Okay, just go.
Come on.
ODST tag mech? No, I haven't tried it. Oh, that sounds sick though, son.
I cannot go for camo. Cannot go for camo yet. Blue pipes, guys. Back silo.
Somehow getting back silo right there. That's a big opening.
Nice.
Hanging with 2 kills. Legend shuts him down with a shot. 40 seconds left. OpTic playing time here.
Old silo
They
forever.
got the
Old silo
favorable
forever.
spawns. Back silo and long hauls.
That's funny
One
with you.
of
I'm
them
seeing
A
old
right
tower,
now.
okay?
They're definitely come from gold to long right
Keep on
now.
tower, guy,
Yeah, they're
I
coming
can
gold
cover
to long, guaranteed.
Come here, down, man.
If you spawn tower like this, and you see where your team is, they're 100% their long haul.
One's gonna come tower, I think, John. We have the power.
I got no merch right now, mustache. Maybe one day.
Keep cautious. Keep taking
Hopefully soon, honestly. We gotta figure that out.
Here. Trippy one. One shot boxes. Another one silo.
Yeah. My question about SSG's personalities is
Okay, 10 seconds.
like, what's their passion?
I might get an angle on the hill. Okay.
Like, where's the passionate?
Just stay alive back silo.
I want to win energy for SSG.
No, Wicks best. Nice.
Who has that energy? Do they have any of that? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
glass from truck to
I'm just
They would benefit
Glass
from
you
it.
guys long.
You see, watch out. Just you guys.
Get in. Nice shot.
I'll be preaching to her fans about environmentally friendly while taking private jet. I mean, I don't know anything about that. I'm just
Sure,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
live
yeah.
performances.
We got 4 dead.
I was waiting for the set, my bad.
No, when we have the heal, like when we're gonna have the heal like that, and they're all spinning long, we don't have to like.
Start selling T-shirts for humans. Damn, timeless.
No, it was bounce fuck up, and then it was my like even worse fuck up. Just like I'd like lost full and like 1-4 to die to like. Fucking...
So every time I move the scoreboard, everybody's stream layout is different. So like
what do you mean?
when I
I'm just random
go
on town, so
to
remember
last
the
shot
camera.
stream,
And
I
I
can't
follow
put it on the
the
bottom
other
right.
dead play, and I
Because the
just-
bottom
yeah,
right,
I
it
went
gets
with another dead
wrapped
play
up in
after
this.
that's what
It's
happened.
awkward.
Just scanned.
Yeah, let's just wait for it.
Even when I put last shot stream up, I can't. I don't know. It's weird, bro. Because like everybody's HUD margins are different. They got different shit on their stream. So are they underperforming getting kills? Expect this roster to just dominate in slaying department? Doesn't seem like they are. I mean, I don't know. They definitely have room to improve. They are outslaying the teams that they're beating. SR is a little diffy though. I think SR is just surprisingly good, man. Giving him trouble. This is Lucid's POV. Speaking of having trouble, this man's been having plenty of it. Paper has a T2 roster. Yeah, according to the track record of the players. But as far as composition and chemistry, like, might be something left to be desired, right? You got a more mature team with great Halo thinkers. They got good, you know, got good Halo brains, but they need raw, egotistical confidence and hunger to win. That's what they need. Either young kid energy, like Last Shot and Cycle, that's young kid energy for Frosty World 2, or they need like Renegade's confidence or something to balance it out. I just wonder what the vibes are like. I feel like they're too chill. The four of them are kind of too chill as people. Does that make sense? They're a bunch of four chill, intelligent dudes. And that's fine. But if you want to win, you gotta turn the brain off and get egotistical. You know what I mean? It's like just a little bit to balance it out. Originally going to team with Cycle? Yeah, that was a potential thing that didn't end up happening. So Cycle, Last Shot, Trippy Lucid would have been interesting. Need that dog in you. Yeah, we need like Sparty, who gets up on stage every time he wins and like yells in their faces. Nobody on SSG is going to do that. They're going to politely handshake everybody when they win. I see it now, bro. Pop-offs are extremely rare on that roster. Right? They're all stoic and polite. They gotta get mean. They gotta get meaner. Somebody gotta start talking shit. You look at World 2 and Frosty, what happens when they're playing well? They start talking shit, they start teabagging, they start yelling, they get mean, bro. They're not afraid to get mean. And now Last Shot and Cycle are like picking up on that energy, and they're like, you know, insanely confident right now, and it's showing in their gameplay. You could say they are, Jason, because they're not at the standard. They're not playing at the standard that we expect them to play at, considering their track record in the previous few years, right? They're a God Squad on paper. So they are taking more time to build that cohesion than you could say like OpTic is, for example. SR has a bit of a timing advantage over these teams because they did play together during the offseason. So there's that. But OpTic definitely have built more cohesion than SSG have in a shorter period of time. Even though OpTic are definitely, you know, they have room to improve. Everybody has room to improve. Yeah, I believe in SS Jesus, but he's just one man. I understand that he's Jesus, but he's still, you know, he's Jesus, but he's not actually Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one man. We need Lucy to go crazy, bro. Lucy's got to have his, like, he's got to have his best year yet. He's got to change as a human being. The challenges he's facing are going to force him to make changes to his playstyle, to his whole approach and mentality in regards to Halo. Either he changes or dies. That's what this is, right? Adapt or die, Lucy. He has the talent, but can he make the necessary gameplay, playstyle, and mindset shifts, you know, changes that need to happen to him in order to will his team to success? He has to adapt or die. That's his position right now. You could see it as a gift, as a blessing right now. Is he going to be a different guy by the end of the year, or is the energy, the vibes going to be the same? And if that's the case, I don't see him being the winning team at the, you know what I mean? Blue lock style, literally that. Anime is like, it might be like ridiculous anime, but there's validity behind the way it works. You know what I mean? That's the cool thing about anime. Yeah. Anime definitely like shoots things out of the realm of realism to the ridiculous degree, but fundamentally, it's valid. That type of approach that these players have, and the way that they adapt, and the way that they, their mentality works. Yeah, if you don't like the game, good luck. Like, Frosty was that guy a couple years, like last year, a couple years ago, right? Frosty's not a huge fan of Halo Infinite, and he'd like sarcastically say that he liked the game on Twitter sometimes. He'd be like, I love Halo. Like, you could tell he wasn't a huge fan of the game. He loves Halo 5. That was his shit. He was like, he was that guy in Halo 5. And in Infinite, it's different. But this year, Frosty has felt different because Last Shot and Cycle seem to love the game, or they play like they do, and I think that's changed Frosty. I think he's having more fun now. We've had this conversation a lot. Merely adopted by the dark. Yeah, I was born and molded by it. Born in the dark. Doesn't have to be darkness. Doesn't have to be. It's all perspective. I think if SSG don't adapt, then they do change, yeah. If they underperform at the upcoming LAN and place like, let's say, top 6 or something like that, then I'm sure conversations will be had as to whether or not they could stick together. Gotta become a striker. Yeah, Lucid is that same way that Frosty was, where, I get the impression that he doesn't have the passion for the game that he might have in year 1 of Infinite. Like, Lucid, despite the, people say he complains and whatnot, he was on OpTic, and safe to say that like exploded his career, and now he was that guy. He's been that guy for like 3 years basically in Infinite. But this year he has a great fan base, but is he that guy now? I don't know. Like, that's a big fundamental change to his life. I miss that. Yeah, I miss Halo 5 a bit, but I also feel like we had a good run with Halo 5. We had a good run. I want to move forward. I want a new Halo at some point. What do I think they need to start? Literally what we just talked about, Taylor. They need passion. They need more passion, more energy. They need to get fierce. They need to get angry. That's what they need. They need to get freaking angry. They should be they have more reasons to be angry than anybody in the scene right now. They should be the angriest freaking team. They gotta get mean. They're all too handsome and polite. That's the problem. Stuck in a trip cap here. This is where it matters, right? Late game ice in an even game with SR. I'm board with Lucid. Can they clutch this shit up and actually get a second win on the board? Nah, it's all good, Taylor. Gotta be icy here. Cycle coming in angry. He came in angry, bro. He came in so fast. Angry? Why? They just need they need a drop. There needs to be more of a drive. I don't know. I just feel like, I'm sure they want to win. I'm just saying that's the vibe that I'm getting, okay? It's game over now. They were looking good, and then they just fell apart, lost all their fights individually right there off that trip cap. Got the same thing going on here with Formal's POV. They're currently about to win. It's about to end here. Same map, game type. We're in sync right now.
Yeah, I think they're
They're definitely gonna make.
Who's the best player in SR?
Yeah, watch out,
I think Last Shot has the highest ceiling.
Let's see me,
But I don't think there's any best. The best player, actually, I think Frosty is playing the best in tournament on SR right now. Frosty Royal 2 definitely, like, they're playing lights out. But I think Last Shot might have the highest ceiling of maybe like any player at the moment because he's nasty as hell. Cycle's sick though too. Like Cycle's actually low key. Low key Cycle's putting up better numbers than Last Shot is. The Last Shot's playstyle is freaking so exciting to watch. Let's go, Scott. How you doing, brother? Did not break setups for their life. Yeah, I mean that was a tie game that just fell apart in like less than 30 seconds right there, right? When they needed it most. They kept it close, and then SR got control in the end, and it was just done. Let's update the scores. 6-1 OpTic and 10-1 Shopify. It should be like 11-1 Shopify, I think, right? At this point. He is the most accurate shooter. Actually, that's a good point. He is the most accurate shooter statistically in the game. Last Shot. Formal, I think, is second right behind him for the record. How we doing, Blondie? Welcome. But Last Shot's play style is insanely aggressive, and he rotates. He's moving all the time. So to maintain the highest accuracy at the pace of play that he has is a thing of beauty, for sure. Legend on Halo Tracker? I don't think it's higher than Formal's, because looking at OpTic stats, generally Formal maintains the best accuracy and the best damage and assists of the team.
You guys pink side, one the window. We are side?
And we checked it recently.
I'm plugging B2, I'm plugging B2.
Halo Tracker, you're talking about his matchmaking. I'm talking about Halo Data Hive Scrim stats. I'm talking about their Scrims.
Look in the fridge,
Pro
guys.
Scrims only.
Watch the fridge. Okay, I heard you.
Yeah, Formal is more of like a turret
Top stream,
in his play style. Good positioning.
Peter, and flag.
Really confident shot.
And Peter also. Penguin's one.
And deals a lot of damage, right?
Yeah, two shot.
Last Shot is very mobile in his approach. Mikwin said he's got like a 2-shot rule, right? He does 2 shots, and depending on whether he's up or down in the fight, he rotates either aggressively or defensively.
Right now? P1, on touch spawn. Oh, we went.
Bomb is one shot, guys. Bomb is one shot.
Our pink trap.
I agree. Yeah, Cycle does a lot of dirty work for the team. He's got probably the best peak shot on the team, bro. Next to Royal 2. Royal 2's peak is freaking mean.
RP1 makes suppress somewhere.
And then you got Bound. That's right.
P2, I get P2 penguin. P2 watching cross.
P2 weak, Penguin half. They're pink wall half. Penguin.
Argen
above me.
The rabbit hole every day.
Chop you on Mike.
Argen. Two Argen. One, I got one. Another Argen, last guy. I'm going for bomb here.
I'm just gonna move him.
Just sing our high hall, the car 3 thing. Car 3, car jump, drop.
Yeah, it's all perspective, Connor, right?
Window express, please.
I think there's some sophisticated mentality behind that.
You just left pillar and back pillar. Yeah, left pillar, one shot spear. Pillar. Top stream.
Everybody's got different audio levels, so it's tricky. Constantly adjusting it.
I'm playing with him.
Bound got that tweak shot. Bound might be the most like.
I cannot get this yet.
Bound might be like next to Renegade, the most like.
Come on.
What's the word?
That's just my bad, dude. They all just
like relentlessly confident, like. You know, to like an insane degree. Like they're like so confident in themselves. It's like it borders on like pure insanity. Does that make sense? Like in their playstyles, like unhinged.
They're high all right now.
They're fridge going P2, 3P.
Their window going for base.
They filmed an H3 1v1 contest. Actually, wait, who's in it though, Blondie? Is that like new content coming out?
Trippy 1.
He's gonna go up his street.
It's like Goku Vegeta.
They're push it, yellow.
Okay, they have it.
I don't know.
Had 11k more damage than anyone in the lobby. You talking about Last Shot?
Bottom mid.
How do you do that ledge fall, jump strafe? My brain can't figure out how to do. So the late jump you're talking about, right? Walk off a ledge and jump. That's it. But the timing you got to get down. Just got to practice it for spots or something. Walk off a ledge. If you hold crouch before you drop, you can actually get lower and you get more time to jump. But
I think one is there.
Look at the engine.
The inputs are simple. You just got to learn the timing. You want to drop as low as you can while still being within the window where you can jump. If you drop too low and wait too long, then you fall to the floor. And if you jump too early, then you're an easy target. Sounds sick, Monty. I'll definitely watch it. I'm assuming you got like Shotzi, and maybe Dashy, and Karma, and all those guys in there. They posted formal versus Shotzi in an H3 1v1. Actually, I'm curious. Shotzi probably won that, no? Actually, don't know.
Fridge also weak. Foul.
I wonder.
I died
Oh, it's a
yellow
pig.
thing. Scrim's one.
Shotzi tends to win those 1v1 tournaments, interestingly, right?
B2.
Do you think he's won like a few of them?
Nice. Back down.
Yeah, he won that one where they played like COD, Halo, and Apex. He was freaking styling in that one too.
Actually,
Could be engine. Watch P2.
you could be bottom mid.
Screw gratitude the way I see it. If I worked for something, I'm not
Penguin,
thankful.
penguin. Base one shot, and one's repeater.
Let's go first.
Yeah, he's doing the drop. I have shots. One shot. Drop and kill him.
Gratitude fuels your continued effort and success, right?
Bridge again. Bridge trippy.
I guess you can see gratitude as complacency, but I see gratitude as a form of motivation. You know, as being in a state of joy, and that fuels
Did now trippy him once.
my continued effort, right? Like I'm not going to quit either, but I don't know if I'd say fuck gratitude. Gratitude kind of helps me overcome, you know, circumstances when things aren't going my way, and help me stay motivated.
Shroom hit him once. Penguin.
Formal just got a dirty triple. 4. That's the whole team right there. He's controlling the back of their base. Spawning fridge. Nasty freaking nade shot.
Let's go.
As complacency. Yeah, I think maybe I have a different perspective personally. I don't see that as complacency. But I see what you're trying to say with that. As long as you look, if your mentality brings the best version of you that you're happy with, then you're good. Hi, Raphael. What's up, brother? Welcome. I think we all have different ways to like fuel ourselves and feel motivated. So if yours works, then more power to you.
Okay, checks that. They're gen. Yeah, P2 for camo now?
Yeah, I mean, do you ever listen to Tony Robbins, for example? He does like, he wakes up every day with gratitude. And I felt like his conversations on it are actually pretty powerful.
How car weak fell. One shot Carty fell.
I don't operate the same way that he does exactly, but I agree with his mentality. I think it has validity, you know?
How far weak fell. One car.
Thank you, Adam. Let's go, brother.
I felt him Camo's weak car jump. I hit him twice. Our brick. Do not die.
Sure.
You got 2 guys, John.
I think being grateful and enjoy the journey and the process is what kind of like inevitably magnetizes that reality to you and helps you go there despite the hardship, because you know that every hardship is just you getting better. You know, it's like
look at Peter.
I mean, it's like that Jocko Willink mentality. It's like you get sick, good. You know, like everything is all signs of you kind of inevitably moving towards your desired goal. You know, it might not take place in the exact way that you envision it, but it's going to happen one way or another. Your joy and your happiness is something that you create right here, right now. And in that state of being, you know, and maintaining that state of being is a powerful magnet for your successful future, basically. So being in that state of gratitude is like being grateful for having achieved whatever it is that you want that you don't have right now. So like feeling the grateful feelings that come with you having succeeded. I'm a caster. I'm on the freaking analyst desk. You know what I mean? If that's what I want. If that's what I want. I don't know. Anyway. And feeling what that feels like now, you know, and then that I do believe that does draw your reality to you, because it helps incentivize that you take the necessary steps to get there. Spitting fucking facts, baby. We on fire. I've listened to so many of these, you know, so many different creators and influential speakers, and meditated. I've done, you know, had to work on myself a lot. You know what I mean? That's okay, Slash. You don't have to agree. That's where I'm at right now.
Once we wanted our picture, maybe? Or our tree, maybe? Okay. Look at camo.
Hey, hell yeah.
On it fell weak. On camo weak, top car. Armstrong also weak, Joey. Give me 2 guys around, guys. I'll make with Kim with so foul.
The one's card one.
I'll pick wig. Or wall. One shot penguin.
Engine now.
One shot or pink wall.
Maybe miracles are real, brother.
This is the way.
Scope, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome.
Nice. Our flag behind me.
Formal, just barely living up. This guy's gonna get out.
Argent.
They got good numbers to work off. There's someone getting shot in the back from bottom mid.
His
Patience to know that that angle that he was getting shot from was bottom mid and not like P, like pink side street, right? Like pros will very quickly identify based on the red marker where specifically on the map they got shot from, and then cut just that angle itself and nothing more, right? Like other people will get shot in the back and they won't know where it's coming from and they'll panic and move in an inefficient way. But Formal, all he did was just step one step forward and turn and face bottom mid, you know?
Like, yeah, one guy flag already.
Flag wig express.
Knowing he wasn't getting shot from P Street. Aldito Rain, let's get it, brother.
That is just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Welcome, man. Thank you for the 2-month resub. Let's go. Appreciate you.
I'll go.
As a package.
I'll go.
There's a loud voice in the finish.
Argent.
He's dirty. He's a good package. Definitely a good package. I think the only thing that hurts the package is
Jordan, both ways.
is what people say about the complaint stuff, you know?
I'm still one. I'm dead, dude. I got naded. Our flag tripping back pillar behind you.
One shot Argent. We have time, by the way.
Yeah, our flag.
We have time to use them.
Case on turn is this Saturday, as we
Alright, we're going back.
full Saturday event.
Two flag, nice. One more turn. I got you.
Formal get a jump from Fridge, you get the angle.
One
His
shot
teammates
flag.
already pushing on blue.
One's are done. One's P2. Car 3 also. Car 3. I hear.
Watch out P2.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Let's see Donnie. I'm being camera. Okay, P2 last guy. Trippy weak. P2 half. Last guy.
Having sympathy? I mean, our opinions about Lucid don't matter. It's what Lucid thinks about Lucid that really matters at the end of the day. So you could say whatever you know what I mean? I don't know. It's like, yeah, like you can give him sympathy. You can get mad at him. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's just really what matters is what Lucid thinks about it.
They're fire trippy.
If he wants to make changes, it's got to come from him.
Is Legend, I think?
What's up, Mugs? Who I got?
Legend again. Legend, so.
I mean, statistically, I guess I should maybe be thinking SR, but I don't know, man. We're gonna go OpTic. We're gonna go OpTic this weekend.
Jumping you want car one to our side? Yeah. Arm mid to our side. That's one B2.
I wouldn't say it's just him, Brandon. I think there was a lot more components to that as a team that didn't just involve Lucid that we might not know. That might have had something to do with it, but everybody played a part in the chemistry and the, the mental when it came to like icing on.
Nice, Sabrina. Our gen one.
It's just not working?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're having trouble, man. It's like 11-1 or something like that right now.
He's one dead.
That was a dirty nade. That angle with the nade is so important on this map. I see Druck do that all the time. That slight slant. It goes straight up into the door of the util perfectly. It's a great way to deny him. They're in a stagger right now. Trippy team might have a chance to plant. How the hell did they do this twice, though, right? They got to plant, and then after they got to... Yeah, they're done. GG's. The ball's going to reset to mid. They got to do it all over again in 30 seconds.
This is the way.
Rookie. Thank you. Welcome. Let's go.
This is the way.
What was the book?
More there, Jen. They're done. L2, 2L2. One's our card over now. Pushing our Jen. Oh.
Lucid plays MM almost every day, right? He's got like your daily dose of Halo or whatever.
Our Jen bridge, one shot fell.
So I think he streams like a few hours of MM every single day, and pros are in his lobbies all the time because he's at such a high rank that he should only be matching them pretty much. Resilience project. Interesting. Man, he just up and ended it. Yeah, no, he definitely gets matched up with pros in every lobby he's a part of. Yeah. Let's jump right back over to him. And last shot of shock, bro. Bro, it's 54-0 on round 2 of oddball. I'm not sure what the score was in the first round, but it's just that dominant, you know? Got a good stagger here at SSG. He's going to grapple the ball. Up! And then send it to his spawning teammates in A. Yep. And now he's got shock for pipes. But you know, he's shooting. What a weirdo. And he gets the kill on Snake by no freaking way. He's shooting a combo rack, hoping to get some damage on anybody nearby. Stretch. I don't even know if I got it.
This is the way.
Nothing to stretch, bro.
This is the way.
Thomas, is it
This is
Tomatake?
the way.
Tomatake? Thank you for the follow, man. Welcome. Is Stellar struggling? Stellar, I think, has been the best on the team as far as like just bearer statistics. He's been probably the most consistent, but they're not always performing well at the same time, right? He's got 24 kills right now. Lucid with 23. Eco definitely having trouble this game, bro. He's 9 and 22. The marriage curse. I said it already. It just needs to be more fire under them, you know? Something, I don't know. They gotta have fun too, you know? Gotta have fun like Last Shot's having fun right now. They don't seem as hungry as the other teams, yeah. I mean, we don't get to see them like I'm just going off of our belief of their personalities or you know, maybe Lucid's personal live stream, but what do we know?
Bow down to Karn, thank you for the sub, bro.
Faze is at 3 over. So note that Faze is also having a rough scrim with OpTic. Right now, there's a gap. You know, it's looking like a real gap between the top 2 and the top 4, right? OpTic is either 7 or 8-1 in their scrim currently. They're 8-1, right? So yeah, we're talking about SSG, but I mean, even OpTic looking pretty consistent. It's not quite as dominant in the actual score itself. Like I do think that SR is coming out with like very definitive wins. But what did Nightbot say? Lusty for Lucid? Oh no. Does that come up every time you say his name? Yeah, having fun. Hopefully the eco one isn't there. The eco one's just inappropriate. Street's ball was close. Yeah, everything else seems to be pretty lopsided. Someone I see on SSG that really needs to pick it up. Eco. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, bro. I mean, it's a full team thing, but right now Eco's definitely having some trouble. I think Eco might have to make more changes to his play than other, like Lucid and Eco definitely have to make some. Everybody has to make big changes, I think. I don't know. It's just a tough composition. That's about to be GG's. 154. 12-1. Oh my god, bro.
I'm watching Tower Shakas.
We got a Slayer on recharge.
Long me should be fine.
By yourself.
Fuck.
Play one more. Watch that power shell.
Good. It's just one. Nothing on my desk game.
They're playing bottom mid.
She put.
But I'm tower.
I'm going to
I heard you already.
research.
Up power, top power.
Taco, how's it going, brother?
Everyone watch out the power.
No Kirby?
We can do it.
It's Kirby. Not to like call you out. Not C. Come on.
I made one shot, surprise up to it.
You have a grapple. I can
I
push
did
Shagon.
tackle.
I'm triangle. He's below me. He's top A now. I'm coming.
Okay.
Look at tower crossing. He's trying to cross. He back up.
Frosty addressed it, said the point is
Tower
over.
one trying to kill me gold.
How much do I think playing together early has impacted their ability to get back? At this point, I don't think it's that much of a deal. You know, it might have mattered for the first like 2 weeks, but I do think that Frosty has a point in that
I'm pushing in.
you could argue it's overblown.
Hey, Rich, needles, ping on. Needles.
You know, it matters to some extent, but
No
like
one's half wall.
I think SR didn't
Hell,
really
hell,
start
hell.
taking it
Hell,
seriously
button
till
it.
everybody else did though. At the same time, yeah, they played
off
off-season tournaments together, but as far as scrimming, they started scrimming at about the same time.
This is the way.
Crucial. Thank you for the follow, brother. Welcome.
Needles press, hit him once. On cam, where I can't stop it. Last week tripping.
Mitchell, we stopped talking about Taylor Swift a long time ago. You just brought it back.
I died to him.
And if you think we're still talking about it, then you might be behind on the YouTube stream, brother.
I should. Nice.
I'm being one of them. I think Mitchell's far behind on the YouTube stream.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna watch gold door.
Bottom A still with camo, still bottom A with camo. Bottom A with camo on the trash. He's bottom A going main door.
He's super behind on the broadcast. Yeah.
One's right.
Somebody gotta help Mitchell out in the YouTube chat.
One shot or two shot. Penguin. One shot or two penguin. Absolute better, Jed. Camo guys or needles. One shot needles. That's that shit.
It's funny how I checked them though.
I spawned pipes. Spawning along. Look along.
Scrims have started already. Try.
One shot penguin. What
do you mean?
Weak spot penguin.
They've been ongoing.
Three shoot.
We're at the tail end of, or maybe not quite for OpTic, but we're 10 games into OpTic Scrim.
Batters.
Look at batters.
One shot.
On shock, I'm moving. I don't see one shot.
Pipes on me.
Big one shot fell. Scam. Okay. Weak battlage.
Do they have camo?
Long haul on you too. I'm not sure.
I feel like between Blondie and you, Verb, I feel like you're the one who might be lurking a little more, huh?
Nades up cut.
Heard it. Hitting it. Ever so shot.
She pulled you out of the bushes.
You know we're all here.
Raphael, how we doing, brother?
Just wait for them.
Watch American football? As a Canadian? Are you sure?
I'm gonna sit here on the wall.
Maybe I do.
One's bottom bear.
I'm watching bottom A.
Favorite players? I don't know. I got several.
Bottom tower.
Bottom right.
Pipe door, snapping. No, he's gonna push a cat.
The deepest depths of the basement. I haven't seen light in weeks. Please, some food. Somebody help that sketchy guy out. Holy shit.
God slapping. One needles.
Yeah, it would make for a good underdog story for SSG for sure if they can, find the regain. But it ain't looking pretty just now.
Needles. Both big needles. One's on trippy. You guys one shot needles. Suppress there too. This is there. Apple dead. C-pot to camo.
I've never seen it though. Robert.
C-pot.
Long.
I'm looking long.
This game's tight. Lock in, chat.
I retrace. I see you, John.
Good coverage over Renegade as they come through C.
Okay,
Trying to pick up off that call.
Good.
Beautiful nade.
Bang.
Gets damage into Trippy at the same time. And one shot Penguin now. Almost kills him. Not quite going to get the rotate.
One's long.
Good attempt out of formal. Had to be quicker.
By himself. Weak. C-pot also.
Blondie, where did those emotes come from? Who made them for formal?
I got one going. One man, one shot fell.
We need a whole collection of emotes.
One shot. Battery's name.
Yeah, top forward. On the command, weak.
Whoa, Rarky!
That is just good Halo right there.
My God!
Good Halo. My God.
Where'd this man come from? Holy shit!
Stack, single stack, one shot.
You could DM me an artist? Thank you, Blondie. Rarky.
Up tower, weak.
Thank you so much, man. Treem, Spy, Liquid, Bronco, Hoons, Mellow, King Machine, Unleashed, Horror, and Fulcrum, and Mandaluna. Welcome to the way. That's 10 gifted. This man coming in with a goated 10 gifted for a total of 40 in the channel. We're sitting at 14-16. Trying to make ourselves halfway to 1500. My God. Rarky, brother, I hope you've been well, man. Thank you so much. Why do I think OpTic isn't as dominant as Slayer versus OBJ?
Look him here.
I mean, I don't know. Good question. I think Slayer has more of a tendency to obviously snowball more than any other game type. And I think OpTic is full of players that like to take risks. They don't always get away with it, right? Like, they got to find a way to be on the same page, control the weapons and whatnot too, which I know Lunchbox is helping them with. But they might overextend themselves a little bit more than some of the other teams and not get away with it. Like Bound, for example, has a very risky playstyle. Almost dead. That's just the general sense that I'm getting, you know?
Two stacks. Two one-shot stacks. X one shot, she jumps. Yeah, look to you, Ben.
With OBJ, though, and more of an opportunity to, like, work around the focal point, like a ball or a flag or whatever, they tend to... It directs the action for them better, and they tend to dominate more so. Thank you, Jay. How we doing, brother?
Glass foul, sniping. Two shot, glass sniping, nice.
Rocky, there he is. Always watching when you can. Brother, thank you so much, man. You're the goat today.
Not push it yet. You get out?
Bro, 49-48. Not looking for the final kill in A here. Forcing Trippy out the front of the door. Legend real quick to get the pinch. Trippy got a remote dead. They traded for a tie. You thought they had the pinch. Faze doing something sweaty inside A to hug corners and make it difficult for Formal to be involved in that at all. My God. Another one of those situations where Bound is like overextended alone in A, right? So Legend had to do something drastic to join Bound.
And then just got pushed on the tower. Scam too.
Yeah.
When was that?
I'm not sure when. I mean, it was like towards the middle of the game. Like towards,
Something with
like,
the
35
Slayer
kills.
is the spawn
gotta
time is
kill-
8 seconds
really
instead of
give
10, so the gameplay is faster in general. Like you got to be, you know, on the same page at a better pace or like in the right positions, you know, with better timing, I guess, because the spawns come out quicker. Let's listen to them though.
But he was like sitting in like legend corner and shooting me.
Oh, the guy that's playing C?
No, I didn't say, yeah,
Or
I
someone
need
was,
I need an emo artist
the
too.
C5 corner,
So
just, like he had long control.
yeah, if you don't
I
mind, let
thought
me know,
you were
Blondie.
last,
I'm
I
curious.
PK in the beast. Like, for
Wait,
the-
I was
wait,
thinking
wait,
of
wait, 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 that
Faze,
was the last game live long?
Fusey. I was thinking of reaching out.
Okay.
This is a different play.
My test levels must be pretty high. I got a nice. You think, Jay? I don't know. I never actually looked into that. I've been thinking about that. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like when you get up in your 30s, you know, they say that testosterone starts to decline, right? I'm like, still as consistent with the gym, but I've been freaking hairy since I was like 16, man.
fucking ties, bro.
Capture the flag.
I have no idea what the test levels are though.
How do we playing both?
What's up, Ben? Are you going for the OS like from the left
Thank
side?
you, Blondie. I appreciate it.
No, I would just go on the street and just.
Wait,
shoot
it's not
like,
Lydia, is
Play
it?
the
Fuck
OS
you
this
guys
time
for that.
instead.
Is it
Play the
Lydia?
OS,
Yeah,
and let us both
that'll
go on.
Or no, Seb, we can do Hikos and I'll help you on.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. But you try to get OS. See if it works.
Let's see what Trippy can do. Okay. Mad sus. I responded to it though. I gave it a. It is a weird kind of topic, isn't it? You can hit me with freaking anything, and I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna meet it at face value. What am I looking at? I don't know, man. I got zero filter. I guess I have a filter, but I'm not afraid to like dip into some weird topics for sure. The sussy boy. As long as you're not hurting anybody. She does do cute ones. Yeah, she actually did a couple of mine a long time ago. Hell yeah, Jeffrey. We'll see, Ryan. We'll see. Would Frosty want to go over there? He's in a good spot right now. Thank you, Rocky. Lock it in, brother. Doesn't fall till late 30s, early 40s if you stay active. Yeah, I mean, just kind of keep going regardless, you know? See, that's where you lose me, Norms. If the comment is like a direct dig at somebody like that, you know, then that's not fun, right? That's where, what the hell just happened to Trippy? Trippy just got completely dismantled. Had no idea where they were. This man to 100K. Bro, we're trying to get to 63K. Let's start there and just keep building. We're at 62,800. Please, yeah, go ahead. Like, sub to the YouTube. I'll keep grinding. We'll get there. We'll definitely get there. I think it's possible. SSG is just the wrong... Yeah, I think that's possible, Neil. You're my hottest Halo take. Shit, I don't know. I got some ideas, but they might get me in trouble. No, I don't know. Not really, no, Harry. I think maybe in like in a very established esport like Counter-Strike potentially.
This is the way.
Kit, thank you for the YouTube follow. Like I swear I read an article years ago about the testing for Adderall in CS:GO. I'm not sure if that's like something that actually like ended up happening. But in Halo, no. Had a problem with drugs for folks. Really? And did they do drug testing? I make revenue either way, correct? But there's ways for me to make a greater share of revenue and for Twitch to take less from me for all components of the broadcast, essentially. So more money per each individual sub, more revenue, income, greater opportunities for exposure. This is my understanding, at least. I haven't looked into it too deep. I think that there's certain criteria I need to hit to get more money per sub. Like I can get like 70-30 split, basically, instead of 50-50. Will be disqualified? Who knows, bro? I don't know. Can't just be water. Can't just be some really good water, bro, that they're drinking. Water and meditation. And maybe your own piss if you're talking to Ace. But I don't know about that. That's a good point, Pooch. That's a sick nade attempt at a trippy. He's trying to cut the angle from the guy shooting him in the back and throw a nade that also lands at the jump up ledge. So he bounces it off the floor and it like rolls into the front of the jump up. That's a good idea for a nade. Nades feel way nerfed in Infinite? So they made it so that nades bounce further and higher, and you throw slower. Yeah. So the delay after throwing a nade is longer now than it was pre-season. So it's riskier to throw a nade because you're vulnerable for a longer period of time. The nade throw speed, like the aerial velocity is the same, right? But the animation is slower, and it takes longer to act out of the animation. Unless you switch weapons to like sprint instantly or something, right? And the nades are bouncier, so you have to, in some situations, line up the nade differently so that it bounces correctly, right? So that probably is what the issue is, which I think is a good change. You got to think a little bit more about how and when you're choosing to throw grenades, because you expose yourself to more potential damage during the throw, and you can't spam 2 nades back to back as quickly. They're about to lose this to OpTic, and it's dominant, bro. That's why it's tough to watch any of the losing players' POVs, because they're honestly just getting kind of slammed. Like, we're in a King of the Hill that SSG is currently winning. Hold on, this is a Lucid opportunity right here. Lucid with the sniper, bottom tower. Last shot, the team just tied it up. What about water? I'm out of water. I gotta get some water. You telling me to drink water, Colorado? Yo, I'd love to give you stellar POV, but he has music playing, right? That's my one. So if the moment I play music, I get copyright strike on. Does he have music playing still? If I get copyright on YouTube, the whole broadcast is demonetized. Yeah, it sucks, man. I have to ask him. I'll go to his chat and I'll ask him if I can watch him for a game, and then he turns off the music for one game, and then puts the music back on. That's his own music playing. Yeah. It's interesting though, right? Like, I find that music in a tournament environment would take away from my ability to like pay attention to everything, right? I don't know if it's like a strategy. I don't know what his objective is behind that. Oh, that's probably waffles, Mac. Is it crazy to say that waffles are more versatile than pancakes? There's like toaster waffles. There's the big waffles that are kind of like fluffy and like pancakes. Yeah, waffles. Chicken and waffles. Somebody, yeah, waffles, 100%. French toast is good too. Stellar's listening to music. I would love to. His POV is freaking one of the best in the game, but only on special occasions when he allows me. Promoting his. That's whoa. What do you mean? Sorry, I don't think it's his music. I think that's the music that he likes. I don't know if it's his music. Does he make music? I got no freaking idea if he makes music. I think he just likes that music. He makes. I didn't know he made music. That's dope. I didn't know he made music. I got a whole new perspective on his music now. Yeah, I don't know, Caden. It's weird. I don't know if it's for the stream or if it's for him and the stream. But if it's for him, if the stream doesn't need to hear it, like, he can make it just for him and mute the stream's audio. Does that make sense? At least I can do that on my end on GoXLR. I can't. If I mute the music, I mute his gameplay, and then we get nothing. It's just me. I would like to have his gameplay audio. No. So on Twitch, I don't think it's that big of an issue, but on YouTube, the monetization copyright structure on YouTube is more strict, in my opinion. I don't really know how it works for his Twitch situation. The music that he's playing is not like a top. If it's Drake, then yeah, good luck. But the music he's playing is like not like top 40 stuff. You know, it's like. But for YouTube, it's so extensive. Like, I get copywritten so easily. If it's Stellar's music, can we confirm that? If you confirm that, and if it's his owned music, then you're right. Then I could just play with his music playing. For the record, I didn't even think about that. And I hopefully don't get in trouble unless he strikes me. Oh my God, Lucid! Holy shit! Is he QT back? Do it, you maniac! QT back. Oh, he would have naded himself. Lucid saving the game with back-to-back sticks out of the QT. Holy shit, man. Tell me they win with this. SSG, or sorry, SR still have an opportunity to push and break the setup. He's reading the B spawn here. That was a dirty play out of Tommy Wilson. Trying to watch Eco right now. They're going to make the push through Nest. One good push out of SR. They're timing it perfectly here, too. He's not sure where they're coming from. Gotta kill Last Shot. You gotta ice up on Last Shot. Last Shot getting that pick is a big deal. They're going to get access to Hill. They're 2 up right now. SR at a numbers disadvantage. Collapse on from multiple sides. You get a trade. Win your fight. Eco with the huge win. Eco will die. Snakebite trades, giving Eco access to the Hill. Can you hold on for... Oh, he can't. The 2 dead. They got to dive. We got to double up. Roll 2. Cycle. Last Shot and Hill getting icy. Gets 2 kills. Last Shot wins the game. Last Shot. That one... So Lucid hits the crazy freaking back-to-back double stick. But he needed to win that 1v1. Yeah, with Lucid. To stay alive, or at least trade the 1v1. If he trades the 1v1 with Lucid, then maybe things go, or sorry, with Last Shot. My bad. Win the 1v1 with himself, bro. If he wins that fight with Last Shot, then maybe things go SSG's way. But that's the late game ice once again, right?
Yeah, I hear Ness right now. You're just sitting there, man.
Trippy and team are currently winning this on OpTic Faze, so I'm going to go Trippy again. Can't pull what up top? Not just because he plays other people's music. Anyone pay to play others? I'm not sure. What kind of music is he playing? Does he have? He has music created for his own broadcast, I think, Arlene. Move map count. You guys want map count on the top of the screen? You like that? Is that weird? The map count needs to be updated. (12-2) and 9-1. SSG got to win. Was it blocking score? I see. I guess it is blocking score. Interesting. I didn't realize that. Is an elite at running the open court like guys like Stellar or John. He's better in half court when plays. Yeah, Lucid plays well off opportunities created for him. Exactly. Yeah. That's his play style. More so. He's got an excellent shot when somebody can get in front and set up the opportunity for him to just hit his shots. Then he's super icy. But he's not the guy who's breaking down the door. Like, Bound is breaking the door down, you know? I do think that Renegade is more positioning oriented. He's definitely got a good balance of everything, but he is more... Like, when he gets a sniper, he plays, like, super ratty with the sniper a lot of the time. Well, then again, he can do it all, but, like, he's generally, like... he's a safer player than, like, somebody like Bound or Legend. My band Sesame Street. No, I got no freaking idea. Wear him like a hat. Put it right over my head. Yeah, like a halo. Put it right here in my face. I don't know, bro. This is annoying. This is getting kind of ridiculous. We gotta make a special overlay that like creates a black, or maybe I just get like a black square and I put it over the black square in the bottom corner of the screen. How we doing, Drift? That was 13-2 after. It might be. Yeah, I think it might be. I was looking at Halo Data Hive. All right, let me lock into this trippy POV, man, because they still got the lead here. We're currently sitting with 728 on YouTube and 260. Whoa, 245 now on Twitch. Let's get it, guys. Trying to get that over 200 average Twitch viewership. Watching Scrims, bro. Fucking, we're killing it. Elmo deserves better. I'll keep that in mind. How you doing, Clayton? Damn. So you can shut down an OpTic. They're going to flip the hill control. Surprise going for a wide rotate with the QT all the way through. He created a tower spawn for Penguin, and then Trippy going to take advantage of that spacing to, I guess, time a pinch with the team at A, right? He's looking at his teammates to try to time something. Here he goes, off the distraction. What was that QT in the hallway, by the way? What did I just see there? Was there a QT port in the hallway? You're right, Yep does. Nobody's safe when Bound's on the map, for sure. Not even himself. Was it 12-2? Was it 13-2 or 12-2? It was 12-2, but it might be updated now. Scrim's always been this lopsided in the past. I'm not sure, Simple. There's generally a top 3 teams that are significantly better, like that kind of stand above the rest of the teams in the past. Right now it's weird. There's like a top 4, but the top 2 are significantly better, they seem to be, than the top 4. But the top 4 are still better than everybody below them for the most part. But the gap between everyone is like kind of tight, except for this top 2 at the moment, I guess. Top 2 does seem pretty definitive, but SSG and Faze have some trouble with teams like C9 or TSM. Like C9 took a series off Faze, and C9 got a 3rd place finish, while Faze got 4th a couple weeks ago. Year 1 when OpTic got formal? Yeah, but year 1, C9 was the dominant team early, and then once OpTic got formal, they definitely had like a moment where they won 3 tournaments, yeah. But early in the season, C9 was that team. OpTic bringing it all the way back, bro. Trippy with a huge kill on Formal to get in the hill last second, but he's got no team presence here, so they're going to step right back in it and cap it. After all that, the lead might be changing hands. We're on Formal's POV.
Foul weak, foul, one shot. 2 shot at pot, white box to hill, half, foul. In hill,
bro, I
half,
wish everybody had
foul.
comms.
The white box, sky, 1
and 2 are locked. I don't know if they're locked, but they're looking like, you know, a step above, right? 3-4 look like their own category, and then everything below 4, there's like, I guess maybe a top 6. I don't know. It's more up in the air and more volatile the lower you go, right? But 1 and 2 do seem like they're in their own category. Though I do see OpTic, like in tournament environment, it's a little different. Like OpTic had trouble last weekend with SSG and Faze. They lost the series to Faze. SR have been they've been looking a little bit more consistent than OpTic in tournament environment, right? But I don't know. 300 likes? Are we there, Radiant? Let's get it.
Nice one.
We're gonna get in there scamming now.
Dude, he kills me. 2 bottom.
So much better with comms, yeah.
APG,
APG, what's up, brother? Think SR OG rivalry so far? I think it's fun. I think it's exciting right now because the level of Halo is like, you know, it's super high level Halo. It might get repetitive. You know, that's one worry. I hope that SSG and Faze pick it up, right? Night. Thank you for the follow, brother. Hope you're doing well, Brad, though.
I'm here.
Be cool to have you come by sometime, maybe watch some scrims.
We should play them with that.
On Camel Week, Trippy.
But yeah, right now it's exciting because it's high level Halo.
I'm one.
If they keep on this trajectory and it's always them every grand finals, I think people are going to get tired of it.
Looking nice.
So we got to see SSG and Faze, like, you know, level up.
Elbow me, guys. Wait, one shot, foul. And behind me pillars, bottom nest, bottom nest box. Trippy going top nest. Top nest
Sure,
Trippy.
OpTic had trouble.
Top nest Trippy, one dice.
That's enough. That's enough.
Hey, pot, that's the Kai out. That's
Awesome,
the first
man. Cool. I might hit you up. That actually sounds like a good time.
That's penguin one shot. Dice one shot penguin. Dice one shot penguin. Absolute all the way. Nest guys.
One flash.
Ask him what. Thank you, man. Yeah. That's kind of mindset I got right now. It's still
I'm
new,
going back there.
so I'm still enjoying it, but it's been like 4 weeks in a row already. And this weekend's probably gonna be the same story.
Here. Top tower Trippy weak. Tower Trippy weak. And Nest is also weak.
Barbosa, he
Top
says
tower.
he's interested.
Nest.
Wait.
Nest top tower. You guys 2-1 right now.
Don't need to overwhelm the man.
You guys just watching hill. Two guys watching across hill.
Weak med, weakness.
We kill Mud John. Nice one.
Green.
Nest. I'm going back green. Two
One
guys.
shot. We have no
And
res.
Nest.
The viewers would love to have you, I'm
Absolute
sure.
tube,
Yeah.
Absolute tube. Absolute tube. Absolute tube. Absolute tube. I need help.
Too much difference
Yeah, one shot
on
pressure.
land from.
Hey, pot.
I do think that land online stats do matter.
Yeah,
They
they're
do
gonna
give
go
us
right.
some indication of how land's gonna go, but they don't mean everything. You know what I mean? Like
What's in your door?
you never know. You never know with land,
Hill.
but online stats matter. Especially when you're this consistent. If OpTic and SSG
White wall also. White wall
seem
also.
so definitively in their own category, that matters. Come land,
He's weak. We can help.
but I'm never gonna count Faze and SSG out of land.
Nest. Back green. Their side green. Really weak. Fouled it. More hill. Let's go. Our side weak. Penguin. I'm on.
Hey, let's get it.
Right wing.
Nest also suppressed weak.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Back green weak.
Bro, this is getting crazy. Final 4 seconds, they got it stalled here. They
They
kill him in B in the hill, and that's got to be it. How they not getting this kill?
Yeah, I'm dead.
With 2 seconds left, they got it stalled. They all died. What happened? Completely fell apart. They saved it at 2 seconds. Forward with a sigh. Forward with a big old breath out as they go OT.
I'm looking at nothing on camera. Cuts weak. Trippy. One dummy ramp.
Some sort of blunder in the end there. They got dismantled. Then they got a setup.
One shot. Foul. Absolute. Absolute foul. Absolute foul. 1-0.
Legend, I believe, played the snipe off the map, right?
Tower. Yeah, nice hit.
Nest, I think.
Look at Nest.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, he didn't play it.
Penguin absolute. One's under
That's why Formal was
on the combo. Walking.
sounded upset. They don't even realize that he hasn't
There's a
played
sniper down
it.
there. He might play for it. He has a sniper.
He doesn't know. How does he not
Double walk
know?
out combo. Doing the
Does he
double
not
combo.
know?
Doing the double combo.
He doesn't know.
The
The sniper's like right beside his feet.
One shot about.
There's 2 snipes in play right now. OpTic are kind of floundering at this point. Yeah, they're looking kind of rough. They got time. They still got time.
Vent. That one shot. Nice go. We kill, guys. I spawn cuts. One top
Is
tower.
Lunchbox not in the comms anymore?
Tower gated. Top tower. I'm one.
Doesn't sound like he is.
I'm with you right side. One. Elbow and top tower.
Top tower weak foul. And Hill's weak. Penguin. One shot. 2 shot hill. John. Really weak and hill. Penguin.
Damn, bro. Holy crap, they got shut down at the end. All individually losing their fights.
Just the first here, like
Formal.
the last
Hold on, let's see this.
situation. When it's a 2v2, we cannot take long routes, bro. We have to go like instantly, like green. Because like when John like fight the 2 guys green, like the last 2 white 4, we just went up mid to A plat and we just wasted so much time. So like we took the 2v2 and then they spun behind you and then like it's and we lose the fight because like we take long routes.
That's their second win for Faze, I guess. Formal showing a lot of like visible signs of like, you know, discontent, right? Like he's like not, he had like a big sigh when they lost that hill, and then he like leaned back when like he lost a 1v1, you know? It's like, I don't know if I usually see that out of him. I mean, obviously he wants to win. It's interesting, right? He's like looking a little annoyed. Safe to say they got very high expectations for themselves this season. The SR Scrim is done, I guess. Lucid's offline. Final score, hold on. Because he didn't get that kill and cuts? Yeah. No, it's understandable. I guess when you show that type of personality, does it like impact his ability to regain in the match? And does it impact? I mean, does the team even notice it? I don't, or do they even care? I don't know.
Tower now. Top tower.
I'm just pointing it
Top
out.
tower also penguin. Top tower penguin not moving. He's still top tower.
Turbine also.
He's just sitting top tower not moving.
It's a composure thing. You know what I mean? It's like
One shot up cats. One shot up cats.
I'm not saying he doesn't have it. I'm just pointing it out.
Top gold. That's weak. Top gold. I'm like commando weak. One battle tree, I think.
One shot pipe for the fucking combo.
Couldn't buy himself a god squad. There's no such thing as buying a win, right? You don't just buy a win. You still gotta earn the win, even with the best players, right?
One shot pipe, hell. One member turbine.
And then what the fuck? One's going pipes now.
For sure. Yeah, lots going on with OpTic right now.
Yeah.
Definitely lots going on with OpTic.
What's up, Aaron? I'm just holding cross. Tripping.
The map count is
That's not bad.
9-2
That's
OpTic.
On me also. Penguin. Tower one shot.
Retiring to COD. Didn't he retire to COD to come to Halo?
Top 8 tripping.
Retire from COD to come to going back and forth.
One. One top penguin.
The undefeated second place go. Nasty. That was icy. That's what you like to see. They earn free ball time off that 3 dead right there.
Can you watch my cross done?
Yeah.
Look at blue
I
pipes.
have views. I mean, I have.
Yo, sack
Yeah.
for now.
Do you think that like
One sack tripping. One sack tripping.
placing two, like because you know that you've got second place so many times. For the record, they kind of broke that streak by winning the first online tournament of the year, right? But if you place too much weight on whether or not you get second, do you think that kind of like pushes away the potential of getting? You know what I mean? It's like you got to kind of forget that streak ever happened. Clean slate with this new team. So I feel like the more that you think about the fact that you keep getting second, the more it keeps happening.
Neil's big press 3 times. Neil's 3 times.
It's a tricky dilemma to be in.
Yeah, we're getting long. Plus, I might be the.
Yeah.
The trippy corner? She shares your trippy corner?
Yeah.
Camo's right now.
This is a brand new team. None of the stats mean anything from the years before, right? The past don't matter.
He's out.
How about two?
Nice.
Pretty much. It's like all that shit we were talking about earlier.
2 by one shot to absolute. 2 here though. And ballot.
I disagree. The guy came in, won a world championship. First year of the game. 3 events. 4 events? He's won 4 events with the team with OpTic, I
He's
think.
on the
I have your pipe though.
One shot up here.
Top tower, see bot to long. He's alone, I think. I've only seen one. One bottom tower too. One so long. Yo, top tower, one's mid cat. Ballad. Shut up, grapple to ballad. Another one ballad.
One.
No, me.
I got the shock.
One with Faze.
Oh my god.
Shit,
Holy
that's
Top right,
What do you mean former one event with Faze? He didn't.
I'm done.
I think.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Okay, bottom me.
Turbine.
Yo, bottom main weak foul. Watch out bottom main.
Turbine and Ballad.
One shot, tripping.
Great damage.
There's one shot.
No one, bottom main, one shot.
Bottom top, behind you.
Yeah, one's pipe there.
It's big bottom Megra.
Get shock here.
Hyper cell.
Bottom tower again.
Pipe there.
Yeah, Lunchbox is in the comms. He's there. I hear him. Nice cleanup.
3
I'm on.
They gotta rotate that ball.
Grapple to ballad. I'm staying alive.
Big palace. I spawned long.
Thanks, mate.
He's got Shroud in the back pocket.
Running long.
Yep.
Heavy.
Running long or A?
Yo, bottom main. They're all red.
Pipe there. Trippy. We kill, John. Two shots.
You that guys, let's spawn.
Everyone's getting good. That's kind of what it is, right? It's not like younger players specifically.
Apple,
This is year 4, bro. Everyone's good. Everyone's a threat, you know?
Pipe to a bunch.
Okay, top tower.
I'm looking up there.
Don't see a hell.
Yo, Ballad.
I don't think age is very much a factor in Formal's case.
I tried with camo. 3 dead go.
Let's go to spawn done. This one.
C-pad.
Got to lock out this round at this rate, right? Just slay him. Got the rotate in for no setup, though. They didn't get the rotate out.
I'm over stairs.
I'm scamming. Bottom tower going.
Also guys.
Bridge.
Screen share with coaches? Yeah, through Discord, I think.
Nice.
I think the coaches on Discord watching it all.
After one ball. One top tower.
Nice freaking sticky. Towed the line right there.
Yeah, bottom tower and Ballad.
That was press weak. And twice ballad. She's just sitting on ballad. Waiting for you.
Legend. Good comms for Legend right now. Easy cleanup. Trades it. Good trade at a suppress. Keeps him off the ball.
One shot bottom mid, one shot bottom mid. Two bottom mid, two bottom mid.
Gonna use his threat. You can be.
Make up, John. Make up.
I'm tired. Really big stacks. Penguin.
I
I think SR are the favorites for Dallas. I think it's fair to say that considering how many tournaments they've won online, but
Stacks, Penguin, single stack.
but I'm gonna put my stock in
Single stack, Penguin.
OpTic until proven wrong.
Do that. Let's go.
Again, I guess.
He went long. Siggy on you. I'm looking at Siggy, John.
Oh, for sure. When it comes to stickies from the death, I agree, Doom God. His efficiency with sticks. It's like he spawns with one in the back pocket,
Grapple and
right?
needles. I'm being melted, guys.
He's very good at making that mental shift and then,
Needles, Penguin. Needles, Penguin, one's last.
very intentionally throwing stickies as he dies,
One hit needles.
Yeah,
Run ball too.
or just in general.
Come on.
How do you practice new skill jumps when I load into a custom browser the maps aren't updated? Play the ranked version of every map, Johnny. Make sure that you're playing recharge ranked, forbidden ranked, right?
Grapple, and once
The social variants of the map actually don't have the new jumps, oddly enough.
I've run, John.
One shot fighter.
You can also play the ranked version of the map in Academy, which is a good place to practice jumps. Academy is where I
Bottom
record
mid,
the
camera
YouTube
right
content.
here. One shot stack.
Nasty shots at a formal. Hits every bullet mid-slide at a Surprise. He was weak coming into that fight. Surprise had the advantage. Kills Foul with the nade.
Got
Trippy backed up. The ball resets. That would have been a perfect setup opportunity for OpTic. There's only 20 seconds left in the round, so I guess they win it. Yeah.
See you guys, C. It's already long.
Between C and A. Yeah, they end up somehow getting A spawns, bro.
Piper,
OpTic backed off
one
at an A or they died or something, and Formal was in the middle of the two spawns, right? So it's like a 50-50
On a week.
of where the game chooses to spawn the player. Why do people, they don't, I don't know, people see Formal as like a kind of evil mastermind or, you know, sort of unapologetically nuked the OpTic roster. And they didn't like how that went down. And they're also Lucid fans, etc. I don't know. Formal simultaneously like started Roster Mania and created rivalries, but also like helped the esport with viewership as well. Like if it wasn't for his decision, I feel like we wouldn't be as excited to watch, right? So
Top quarter, no, not cross.
he's a baddie, yeah.
Top quarter, spread. I'm dead. One's gold stairs, two bottom tower. One's grapple. Two guys turbine. One
At
top
the
gold drop.
sacrifice of his own public persona, he saved Halo for us. How about that? Y'all have your personal thoughts, but safe to say we're watching and we're more invested than we've ever been. We want a reality TV. Exactly. That's what we need, though. Halo needs this like times 900. 9,000.
Wave timing, go. Nice.
Ready.
I mean, he didn't do anything strategically, Skeletor. It wasn't intentionally done. He just took what he wanted. He just came in and took what he wanted. That's what happened.
One shot apple. Bunny.
Walking aura. Yeah, he's definitely got aura.
Let's go back. See you guys. Tower. Stacks along, I think one.
K-Sign Invitational this weekend, and then mid-April, like April 18th, I think is the first major. So tune in this Saturday. This Saturday is the Invitational 50K. LAN environment. OpTic versus SR, SSG, Faze, all those teams. Nano Snap, yeah. Snap the whole roster mania out of existence.
Trippy corner, one shot penguin. One shot penguin.
He takes no blame in OpTic's previous... That's not true. Did you listen to the podcast? He did blame himself. Why do people, like... I don't know. I feel like people like read into a lot of what he said as he took no blame and that it was his teammates' fault. Like he definitely believed it was like a full team thing, and I could tell from like we had a conversation about like the beef between Formal and Lucid. There isn't really much, but like reading Formal's energy when he talked about like SSG and what Eco did for SSG and how Formal felt like he wasn't leading the team in the same way that Eco did. You know, like. In his position, I think he feels like he might have been able to do more to will a win out of his teammates. And that's where he sees error in himself. If that makes sense. But I do know that he somewhat blames himself for the result, not just his team specifically.
Absolutely church.
Shock is coming, guys.
Watch it back there. I'm patch ready.
Go to
I
him.
played before.
Shock is up.
Flash on spot, hit him twice. Head long behind you.
That's on you.
And then
Yeah.
CG.
And I think if Formal was that type of person and he didn't have any form of, like, if he was just raw ego, like,
absolute. Yeah, one more ball.
and you couldn't reason with him, like, he wouldn't be so, like, well respected in the gaming
Vulture,
scene
Commando, and
if he didn't
Seabot,
know
just
how to
something.
build good relationships with
That was
people.
behind you, I think. That was behind you, I think.
You
That was
know,
behind you.
like, Bound and Legend didn't hesitate to join the guy. Wasn't just because of the OpTic
Okay, maybe two.
bag or whatever. It's because Formal's a good teammate.
In bottom A. Yeah, Neil's in bottom A. Hey, two Neils.
He's well respected.
Watch this.
Wrong, both
Let's
wrong,
do
both
red steps.
both
Let's do red steps.
That said, if the narrative leads to people
Give the ball, give the
investing
ball.
in the game,
Yeah,
then by all
please.
means, whatever.
I'm bucking C.
Enjoy the games.
Eyeball, pipes.
Be a lucid fan. We need fans of everybody
Go
else.
smoke, John. Shit.
This is good. This is good. Good situation for all of us.
On drawn, guys, on drawn.
Yeah, let's go Bellage. Let's go Bellage.
I'm doing great, Grizzly.
On drawn
How you
back
doing?
silo. On drawn back silo. One Bellage. On drawn back silo. One Bellage. They have camera. I'm going gold.
I do remember that line. I definitely remember that. Yeah. He's like, who's getting shit on?
Watch out back C.
He said, who's getting shit on to the point where these guys have this confidence, right?
Pretty good.
It's like they'd be playing, they'd be winning, and then all of a sudden SSG would just have this like crazy confidence where they're just going for shit that he's like, what are they doing? You know, why are they playing like this? Who's getting shit on that's allowed them to play like this? Yeah, I remember that.
Watch
Yeah,
out.
camera, camera.
Steps sensible.
Yo, weak C bet. We see
I'm
bet.
gonna go down.
We see bet.
He definitely is like,
Xander came up on a beer.
you know.
He had shock. He had shock top beer.
I get it.
Oh, yeah. Got me. Top tower. We're shock. Shooting like a ball. Sacks for shock weak. Sacks shock weak. One shot sacks absolute shock.
He took some accountability. He put some of the blame out there too. It's not, you know, everybody played a part in
Turban weak, pal.
them not winning.
Apple weak, pal.
And I think it's safe to say that by the time they lost Worlds, 6 second
Corner
places
ball.
in a
Corner
row,
ball. Both on ball.
the mentality wasn't there
One spot.
anymore.
Yeah, it's one spot.
The chemistry wasn't there anymore. And as far as OpTic is concerned, you either nuke them all or none of them, you know?
Got pass. Got foul weak. Got foul weak.
If you get rid of
Watch out,
Trippy and
watch out,
Penguin,
yeah,
you're
one
just going to
ball.
leave Lucid? Like, I don't know. I think he just needed a fresh start.
And one's needles.
I don't know.
Watch out.
I also think that Lunchbox
Alright,
rejoining the
that is
team
trippy.
is a good indication
Yeah,
that it's not like
that's
bad blood specifically that led to their breakup, you know? Like
I've tower,
Lunchbox, well respected in the scene.
Watch your glass.
I'm top.
Formal did have to beg him maybe a little bit to get him back on the team, but
He ate me long. He's sneaky right now.
Just settle.
he's here still.
Spot me. Two shots C5. Two shot and Seeking. You guys C5 area. 5 ball. One's pushing.
I can watch so much damage.
Lot of
You
damage.
think? Yeah, I don't know.
One's one shot.
Yeah, he's got so much history playing with different players.
Give him 10.
Long one shot. Never mind.
Best controller
Also,
player
also,
all time, Formal Shotzi. Shotzi's still building the career. I think that by the end of Shotzi's
Okay,
career,
Bat Legend Turbine. Let's get Bat Legend.
he might have a more,
Good ball.
you know, he might have accomplished more.
Good ball.
I think in terms of like raw individual ability, Shotzi during Halo 5 at its peak,
Go ahead. Yeah, there's Shadow. Put it down.
yeah, he was different, man. I don't know.
Bomb tower right now. Bomb tower. Penguin.
By the end of Shotzi's career, I think he's gonna have a hell of a freaking legacy if he keeps going and you know figures out whatever's going on with his OpTic team right now. Obviously,
Make sure you
I'm just gonna watch class.
that's gonna be GG's right there. Close round of oddball, where they should be able to defend it long enough, right? 3 seconds.
One guy.
Trippy has no choice but to beelines for center map. He's gonna dive forward. Here comes the foul. Dunks on foul, and what else could he do, right? Yo, my water jug broke. That big water jug that I freaking swing up between games. That's why I'm not drinking any water, because I've got this little cup.
You want to play this later now, and then I got to dip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much fuck has to go.
The origin.
So we got to get a new jug, chat. I'm gonna get a glass of water. They picked up Hook. I saw. Yeah. Figure if you play for OpTic, yeah. Oh, it's just a smart business decision. But for the record, like if they didn't like Formal, I feel like even with the fact that your brand gets bigger, like Bound and that team, like those guys care about winning more than they care about their brand, right? Like I would think, right? So they just left what could have been like a dynasty, let's say, with SSG. So it couldn't just be the brand that pulled them over. I think it's also wanting to team with Formal, you know, like I think it's a variety of things. I'll get water. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Murph. And Rudy, thank you as well. And Lethal Zone, thank you.
Johnny, I'm down if Clutch is down. I don't know if if I would be the one to like create it or whatever, but if he wants me to come on and coach something, I'd be happy to. Faze has no coach right now, and I'm not sure if they'll get one. Kason was saying that there's some sort of like a podcast or something coming out where they might actually be addressing the coach situation.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Jonathan, thank you for the YouTube follow.
This is the way.
I'm too bottom, John.
We're trying to build to 63,000 on YouTube. If you guys are hanging out, please feel free to like the YouTube stream and sub to the channel. We do this on a regular basis. We got the Kason Invitational coming up. We're going to be watching that too. OpTic versus SR tomorrow. The biggest, most anticipated scrim between OpTic and SR is tomorrow, right before the Kason Invitational. So we're eating good, guys. So let that be your incentive to hit the damn button, okay? Hit the sub button. Why get rid of Lucid? Because like I said, you either nuke them all or none of them. I think is the position he was in.
One spawn blue cave as well. I saw one spawn blue cave.
Exactly. Nah, I can't coach. I was saying earlier, like, I don't have the experience working with teams to coach a team, but I do think I could be an analyst for a team. So outside of the game, looking at like reviewing VOD, I think I could provide value to a team. But as a coach, I don't have experience. And starting with Faze or OpTic probably wouldn't make sense. Also, I don't want to coach because I can't do both. I can't coach and watch party and, you know, try to commentate during the tournaments. I have to like be there in the background, right?
I'm pushing snap shit.
This is the way.
Tony, thank you for the YouTube follow. Thank you. Or appreciate it, brother. Welcome. Getting tongue-tied. 15-9. OpTic coming out with heat, bro. 3.
This is the way.
Where's that 4th? He's already dead?
This is the way.
Alex, let's go. Thank you for the YouTube follow. Oh, he's getting stuck in lift.
This is the way.
Luke with the YouTube follow. Hey, did it work?
This is the way.
I think it worked. If I ask politely, you guys will follow me on YouTube, huh? Welcome, guys. Just win the lottery, buy a whole team, and compete and coach and everything at the same time. Sounds good. How about instead of winning the lottery, we create our own success
This is the way.
by popping the fuck off.
This is the way.
Jacob, thank you. Welcome, guys.
Look at 3. Look at 3.
Just build a legacy. They'll make all that money invested into a Halo team.
Our silver, penguin,
Ulrich, thank you for the YouTube follow.
penguin.
That's the way, guys. Let's go.
One shot blue silver penguin. Basement.
I've never. I do personal coaching. Yeah. I just came out of personal coaching. I got coaching again tonight at 9:30.
Blue window. One shot fell.
Red sneaky to red couch to S3.
Yo, blue mace.
Didn't see eye to eye in the way they wanted the team to play. I could see that. Maybe.
Red double one guy.
Yeah, one's nice. Two at sniper now.
Snipe's coming now.
I'm just trying to time.
How do you follow on YouTube? The subscribe button. There should be a sub button on your YouTube. On my YouTube. What about Maniac? I think it'd be cool to watch some Halo with Maniac. If that's what you're bringing up.
One shot fell. Absolute.
He's been raiding the stream a little bit recently. I've never. I think with Maniac is that we haven't had a conversation
Cat fell weak.
before, but it'd be cool to.
Watch push on.
It's two red double. I think.
I feel like we might have a different sense of humor.
Yeah, it's nice somewhere. I'm gonna work silver.
But-
One top cat.
I'm sure it'll be a vibe.
Mace sniping. Mace found one shot. No one. Mace.
Nasty snap. My God, the transition from Trippy to suppressed. His body shots. His teammates doing damage to make it easy.
I'm getting all bound.
7 kill advantage. Formal with snipe.
Pick
See this man lock in.
Absolute flag.
Oh,
Absolute window. Going out. 1 3R2.
he's just staying in the window. Yeah, suppress comes out. Good awareness out of formal. Lingers long enough to get the angle. Finds Trippy. He's kind of dunking on him. Beautiful lineup. Doesn't clean up foul.
One shot maze absolute. Going fountain.
Nobody's got an angle on him. Foul's gonna get out.
S2.
I'm
I have
gonna
sniper.
go
The sniper, guys. Our maze sniping fell. Half. And one's our sneaky.
Well, we have to one step at a time, Neo.
One shot top snipe. Trippy. And top cat on you. He's on the couch.
It'd be sick. I mean, I'd
One shot blue fountain, dude. And one's blue cave.
love to represent
Blue
OpTic in
fountain
some
with
way.
snipe. Going blue maze. 2 blue maze. 2 blue maze on bound. 2 maze on bound. Chasing him.
Yeah.
Alright, one's snipe sheet. One's maze right now. Foul. One's going elbow.
Rockets in 20.
I'm in.
You're a savage, XYP.
Grass and this too.
Two guys, that's two. Two guys, that's two. One's grass, one's top rockets.
What the top right?
One shot the rocket shoot.
How deadly would they be? They'd be pretty freaking deadly. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
To the basement tripping.
That would be my OpTic dream team. Probably would be. They're good. They don't need to change at all. But Shotzi for formal, I would love to see how that plays.
Watch out too now.
I don't see him.
Because for the record, they all have like
Two shot grass.
an insane playstyle.
They're not going for him. They're not going
The
for
chemistry might not be there, but they're literally like the H5 minus Frosty. I guess like the H5 ghosts, you know.
Cat. One shot. Pen absolute.
I forget kill me.
Hey, thank you, Grant.
Where'd you kick at?
I don't know.
Did surprisingly well. You guys have been liking the new video, which is
They have one
cool.
rocket. They have one rocket top rocket.
I could upload more of those. I was thinking of uploading the unfortunate oddball choke, right? At the end of that game last weekend, we looked at it in theater.
One shot.
I know Broward uploaded it though.
Yeah.
OpTic Minesweeper. Oh
Rocket
yeah.
tripping, and then one's like stuck somewhere.
Legend was disgusting at H5. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, here, Ben.
Legend used to beat Bound in 1v1s towards the end of H5. Like that's where I learned about him.
Yeah, top rocks, bottom
He was one of the best players. He was probably like the best like European player by the end of the game.
Yeah, two shot max. Give me flag on me.
I'm dead. Blue up a weak Falcon. One's red maze.
Shotzi's got
One's in
no
blue,
good
one's in blue,
incentive to
Falcon.
leave COD.
Blue apple
There's more
Falcon.
viewership
You guys are all sniper now. Hang on.
and more money in COD.
One's bottom mid grass right now.
Assuming they figure out their team situation. Somehow Trippy and Faze brought this back, right? Like they were up heavy. They're losing now. Nice snap. My God.
Blue maze.
Gets caught in the middle of the nade animation. Penguin with 2 off that. Formal reading and following the thrust there was slick. But they're gonna lose this game. 48-44 off that play we saw from Formal earlier. With what, like an 8-kill advantage?
Red Seeky sniping.
It's actually a crazy comeback at a Faze.
Red Seeky sniping. Penguin. Top cat. Red silver.
He's a troll, Quentin.
I'm just playing so weird, bro.
That's a freaking rough loss, bro.
I'm just getting pushed on repeat.
This is the way.
This is the way.
ADM music
This
for
is the
eternity. Sounds good, brother. Thank you for the follow. That's actually a nice little regain at a Trippian team right there. Not gonna lie, we're getting caught up in conversation, but Faze locked in.
Go ahead.
Alright. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Lunchbox is dipping out. I think they're playing more Slayer. Oh, they're doing a CTF Aqua. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Glock. Collie's one of my favorite maps, and I feel like it transitions over to Infinite better than some of the others. So it's not gray. The layout's pretty
This
solid.
is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Thank you, Joshua. Welcome in. Many of the games were pretty close. Are you sure, Woods? Some of them were, oh my God. You know, they didn't look that close, some of those games. The Oddball Streets game was close with SSG and SR. Some of them were, you know, pretty dominant, though. Leading team in the recent HCS split. Wait, what?
One of them just goes for thrust, bro. One's just bridge.
Wait, what are you talking about,
Didn't go for
Juice?
bridge.
Yellow flag.
Two R side. One
What's
side.
that on it?
Dave, come out, take the stuff car.
It was down.
OpTic is second seed for the Arlington Major.
Fal's weak the corner with camo. The camo plus car one kind of weak. Only our car jump with camo. Right now.
Shotzi, Simpa, Beezy, sell it. That was gonna be
They're
OpTic?
all
No
car side,
way.
They're all car side.
That would be insane.
I'm flanking our gen zone.
Top car, on flag weak, on flag one shot.
Football
High, I'll
history.
touch twice.
Let's go PvP.
Yeah, I'm looking at P2.
You could be into car one.
Yeah, it could be. It could be like one page something. I'm not sure.
If he's on mic, one shot.
P1. One shot, tripping. A picture. Penguin. Do that. Full gun. It's gonna be two. They're well.
There's only 4 teams in the K-Sun tournament since, so I don't know.
That's one gem behind us.
There's no background for this, so I think they're just gonna.
Shroom's weak. Dawning under you guys.
If anything, they could just copy paste the seeds from the Arlington situation. That would be the smart thing to do.
Alright, back to touch.
Right. They should do like SR versus what, SSG and OpTic versus Faze. That's probably what it should be. To start the day.
Car 3, Donnie, hidden push. 3 times. Up bar. Just sitting there. I think things like that. P2, I think, too.
This weekend is a one-day Faze
One second,
Invitational,
one second.
Kason Invitational, 50K
One more Peter, I think.
on LAN between the top 4 teams. So we're watching a LAN
Thank you.
with no audience.
One more P1.
And the HCS broadcasters as well. Like I assume Bravo, Onset, you know, some of the commentators, maybe Lottie,
Jambridge, press, hit him once.
hanging out with Kason on his live stream.
One square 3, I think.
On land.
Do the Jambridge, sharing camera. They're all baiting camera.
What is top 4? SR, OpTic, Faze, and SSG are the top 4 teams.
One shot splash, absolute. 2 guys in one shot. I'm dead to the flag. Nice. Nice.
$50,000 on the line. No audience. Chill
This
vibes.
guy Falcon, it's one pink.
They're also
Flag.
playing
Take the
Search
flag.
and Destroy. They're going to be trying out Search and Destroy for the first time. We're going to get to see how it plays, played by pros. Search and Destroy is not being created to be a competitive game type necessarily, unless it becomes a fan favorite. I think it's going to occupy its own playlist. So it's not just going right into ranked, but it should be cool. It's gonna get a feature.
Flag on me.
Seek and deploy. My bad. Seek and deploy. Not Search and Destroy.
Strong catches.
I don't know if it's 50K split or if it's 50K for first. I'm not sure. They are dominating CTF, bro. Coming in with the alley-oop for the flag. They still got presence in the back of the base here. Beautiful team collapse right there. Deleting Suppress with no damage dealt. Suppress isolating fights in yellow instead of Formal. Formal deleting too. Holy shit, he's not missing.
Flag on me right now.
2, 3. Nice 3-shot beatdown, but somehow Penguin getting 3 of his own, right?
Right pillar.
Formal came in fast with a 3-shot beatdown, trying to guarantee the pick.
Yeah, they're trolling. They're all spawning flag, actually.
5 flags is always how it's been in Aqua, and Legend is running that flag, I'm guessing? Yeah, that's a wrap. Legend's running the flag, and it's a wrap, bro.
Okay, it's good. Do you guys want to center both ones?
He's playing it safely. I respect it.
He jumped off. You're good.
Yeah, you're good. There you go.
Wow.
It's over!
Shit.
It ain't even freaking close.
Aqua of all time.
That was pretty quick. That was the last one.
Really?
That was the last one.
That's it, bro.
Yeah, it's a double elimination bracket. Gonna play each other. 2 teams with the most wins advance to winners. 2 losers. All right, this is something that, like, are you basing it off the COD event, I guess? Are they best of 7? I hope it's like best of 7 the whole way through.
Any replays out of them? Or
Clean
no?
caps, yeah. I guess they're waiting to see if they want to play another Slayer or something. The updated score, I'll get it for you.
Down to play the rest of the Slayers if you guys are.
Okay.
Apparently it's 10-3. I think that might make it 11 though, off what we just watched. Live fire Slayer, bro. They're actually playing out Slayers. And it's over. Yeah, that was a quick Aqua. I'm not going to lie. Low key. They do have that regain ability for the record. When OpTic lose a game, they tend to come back real hot. Like, if they lose in the fashion that, or I guess, actually, I don't know. If it's SR, it's a different story, right? When they choked that oddball, the series was done. 3 maps that OpTic lose. Good question. Do we know, chat? The one, they lost to Slayer, Origin. They might have lost to Strongholds, but I'm not sure. We haven't watched every single game. We've been jumping around a bit.
I think Max didn't want to this time.
I think they lost in Oddball Streets, right? I don't know. They didn't. They didn't.
Right side, weak, Penguin.
They lost a Bomb, a Slayer, and a King of the Hill. Was it No, it wasn't Recharge. They lost Live Fire King. They lost Live Fire King.
Oh, we're not ready to cut.
Small.
I'm flanking number
I'm
door for camo guys.
How dominant was SSG? They were good. They were either first or second place every time. Like last year's SSG, if that's what you're asking.
I'm looking training.
They were pretty consistent in like first or second within that range. Rarely did they drop below top 3.
Training with fell. One shot training fell. Nice.
One shot pistol.
Oh, we just fucked up for sure.
So yeah, that SR team carried their online to LAN for the most part. Steven, thank you for the YouTube follow. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it.
Yes, snipe A, let's snipe A.
One shot.
One shot Keter, one shot Keter's heaving.
Back to right.
I'm heading out of west.
We're almost at 10,000 views on the YouTube, like total views.
Screens.
It's kind of sweet.
thing, weak one spawner. Spawner trippy. Weak spawner trippy. He's out.
For the stream.
Shot spawner, trippy, absolute. And they pot sniping. Trippy, one shot spawner.
Recommend
One spawner,
practicing
spawner,
on getting
spawner.
better and
Back spawn, back
faster
spawn,
running
back spawn,
flags. Is there a good custom map? No, I would just work on custom, like make a custom game mode on any competitive map and make unlimited flag caps and just keep running flags on the actual competitive maps like Aqua,
Scott's spawning, guys.
Forbidden,
Bottom
etc.
Keter, one shot space. One shot Keter space. Out to the cuts. Scott's one. Okay, cuts one as well.
Ideally, you'd want your pickup and your switch weapon button to be easily accessible. That'll make it easier, right?
I win today, I think.
If you got paddles for picking up, or you claw for picking up and switching weapons, that'll make it easier.
Too big.
But you also have to be able to sprint and slide and stuff on command. You wild, bro. Hey, sorry.
White wall, White wall and Ness.
I'm going big. They're scamming. I'm going big.
Look at Ness, look at Ness.
Can I watch anything?
Ness, one shot trippy. One shot for Ness trippy.
Yeah, I think the thing with the pros is they want to be comfortable at events, right? So they dress comfortably because that allows them to like stay focused, I assume, right?
Yeah, block us spawn here.
Yeah, Merch could definitely get some upgrades, right?
Come on, guys, come on.
I think an org like 100 Thieves has put work into trying to create merch that people want to wear. OpTic does that too.
Both come mid. One's in the vent. One's like another one's pressed. Or foul.
How'd you get an access to camo here? 2 dead, good advantage for camo. Nice bait and switch. Bound came back off that bait and switch, was nutty. He waited for Formal to come in and then jumped right back into the fight again.
Spawner. Keter chasing down, I think.
I hear what you're saying,
Last week, hit him once. Hit him twice cuts. Top mid aping, I think, too.
Yeah, Legend's definitely a go to that.
Top mid, I think, cuts, I think.
SSG's got some good merch too, 100%.
Fouls weak cuts, him 3 times. 2 guys cuts going down.
I don't know if it's supposed to be, but I think it should. No, they were saying MCC might become the
I
PlayStation.
trust you body maybe. If I weak is also pressed, top screen, 2 shot, and 1
We're at a point with Halo where it would benefit from being available in as many places as possible.
Screens on Sabri. All the way out to left run.
They're giving 3 balls.
How you doing, Blaze?
One shot Keter, absolute foul, and 1 screens.
Yeah, still John.
One shot Keter, right?
What about SSG on?
Like dummies.
Yeah, I'm just hiding in
Yeah, dummies and tires. Look at dice. Nice from touch, Trippy. You got Trippy. They're gonna come big and kill you, Ben.
Nobody seen. Last guy. Give me my spawn back in.
No, Nate, just Keter. It's fine. I have 1 bullet.
Not sure what to tell you, Sippe. Yeah, shooting anywhere on a player's body does the exact same damage as it does as like hitting the head, unless their shields are broken. So you could put 4 toe shots in a guy and his shields will break.
One's bigger out. He's
on
something
us.
good.
They're not that great with airflow. Football jerseys. Just can't say the same for OpTic. Interesting. I think that makes sense because football is much more active.
2 guys bottom tower, guys. Both big towers.
But interesting.
About weak. Just reset. I spawned him. Yeah, we're
One side.
We're doing them. Look at dice.
Don't get started.
Looking dice.
Watch on the bed.
Bonus to be. A-pot, 2 of them. 2 A-pot.
Exclusivity made sense like 10 years ago. But now, not so much. Not for multiplayer, when all of your competition isn't exclusive.
And one's not
Nasty attempt at a formal right here.
He's very close.
Looking for an alternate angle to kill that guy, but also getting out of the fight. The Chow from C-Plat. Foul out of nowhere, bro, jumping in from above. 40-39, dude.
Camo's up, guys. Camo's up. They're gonna be on it.
I don't know what it is. They do actually struggle with Slayer, man.
Bottom.
They 5-0 them in CTF, and they're losing another Slayer. This is live fire of all maps. It's not Origin this time. It's literally live fire. How did they make that comeback at SSG, right? Like, they have the capacity to make a freaking 13-14 kill comeback on SSG in tournament, but they're losing to Faze after just dominating them in CTF. Surprise, don't let him kill it. Bound dies to surprise. I don't know what just happened there. And he gets out with his life too. That's GG's.
Lot of damage.
Down by 5, not much Formal can do.
More rat.
That's a team day to kill surprised.
Two red.
Mr. Partner, how we doing, Blair? We got it. We got it, baby. Faces him. That's about to be GG's here, unless they play some sort of god tier snipe play. 4 kills to close it. 1 round of slays with no trades, and they win. Body on Foul. Foul doesn't QT, interestingly, but they still get the kill. Foul was actually probably playing
just
to
felt like fucking
distract,
chaos, dude.
right? Foul might have purposely not QT'd. I don't know if this is the mindset.
Fuck was that?
He was just shooting, trying to hold Formal's attention, so somebody who was farther up on the map could get a kill without Formal in the play. I think.
Yeah, he got into big, or like he spawned. I think it was the last guy when we were doing that. He literally was like in there already heading.
They need to work on the Slayer. They should be doing. They might have to throw in more Slayers like first in their scrims instead of some of the OBJs.
I play like a little more structured. That just
They run around headless. They take too many risks, right? They don't play as well off of each other when there's no OBJ to distract. I don't know. Proud of Faze. Good to see Trippy and Penguin winning. They're definitely getting something going.
Like, pushing us, putting pressure on us, and like we're just like waiting. But I feel like that doesn't work. Like
what would you rather do? And like
uh.
when we're 4 up and they're 4 up.
No, but like when they are pushing us and like we're under pressure, I feel like we just like we should try to get out like together, like somewhere, like just fight the side instead of just like
Much
waiting,
love.
like...
Appreciate you, brother. All love in here. All love in here, guys. Everybody, we love everybody in here. I don't know. What's the win-loss ratio in Slayer? That's a good question. I don't know what OpTic's Slayer win-loss ratio is.
I'm not even sure what they're doing with the break, dude.
How often does it affect the play? It does. See, if you're playing, especially in a game type like Slayer, it's important to know like the name tag of the player that you're shooting, because if you're going to wipe out the whole team, or let's say like you put Trippy to no shields and Trippy backs down and Suppressed replaces him, then you know that Trippy is still one shot somewhere and he hasn't. You know what I mean? Like you kill 3 out of the 4 players and you know that Trippy is the last remaining member. Then like if somebody else spawns and starts shooting you, that means that Trippy from the previous spawn cycle is still alive somewhere and got away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's an important understanding behind getting full 4 dead for a team by understanding their names before you kill them. It makes sense in very high level 4s like this, because you want to kill the whole team so that you know they're all spawning together somewhere else versus one guy getting away and lingering. If that makes sense.
One's in arcade or red.
In matchmaking, doesn't really matter as much.
One red.
Tires bound, come out. Tires
Tires coming. Wait. 2 shot, be search, 2 shot.
And no problem, excuse me.
Red Trippy. Hey, I'm just gonna trip at the red guy then. Red shot, Trippy.
It also definitely is a habit too. Like, I think Formal's built up a habit of calling team names, but it does in certain situations actually matter, because then he in his mind knows, yeah, whether or not Trippy is dead or alive later in the play, or if somebody else replaced him. They play Slayer different. That's the thing too, yeah. If a team isn't like an objective pulls the attention of an opposing team, which makes reading the game and reading their play, their decision making easier. But in Slayer, it's kind of harder to read the way a team will play, because the team they only have to play for themselves. They play for survival, right? So the pacing of play is way different in Slayer. Some people play way more ratty in Slayer because they can afford to be ratty, because the OBJ is not pulling them out of those positions, right? That's actually a really good point. That's probably part of the reason why OpTic struggles. Formal probably has more trouble reading the pace of play and where players are at all times in Slayer, due to the fact that those players can play for themselves more often versus playing for an OBJ. On top of the fact that the spawn timer is 2 seconds faster in Slayer, so you have to be more efficient when you kill all 4 players. You got to make sure that you get it done and done quickly, or else the new spawners are behind you already, 2 seconds faster.
Rail, smash him twice, 3 times, 4 times, 3 times rail.
It's actually a really good point. Ratty is like camping in corners, being extremely hard to kill, not moving up on the map, and like taking space and making risky plays or whatnot, because like they don't want to give up their life, right? They're kind of like camping a little bit.
Pushing arcade foul, we hit him once.
The pacing of Slayer has the most variability than any other game type, right? Like, we've all seen a very intense, like 49 situation where the pace slows to a crawl and nobody's moving. They're all holding angles, right? Versus a snowball where one team's in advantage state. Like OpTic right now, their objective is to snowball. They got him 3 dead. Where's the 4th, right? What's his name tag? We're thinking about the suppressed dead, right? Everybody's spawning C. They got a map set up for it, right? So there's a snowball pace of play when you got them locked down, and there's also like the stalemate.
Bottom C, one
And I
shot.
think that getting a hang of the pacing is what makes this game type complicated and less competitive in some situations as well. Because sometimes a snowball is hard to get out of.
On the way, John.
You get me?
When you 4-dead him like that, the game is easier.
One shot, shotty, one shot, shotty, one shot. You win benches, you win benches.
One shot shot at ATM, guys. ATM 1, ATM 1. He's walking agent.
In their ability to execute off the decisions they make, though, Waffle, like
One stars too.
Come on, guys, come on.
Bait the game up, bait the game up, bait the game up, bait the game up.
they just execute better together and individually. Win their 1v1s more often. Have a general maybe sense of like confidence about their play or confidence in their teammates that maybe isn't reflected in their opponents. I don't know. And an ability to stay and kind of rev up that energy as the game progresses, as the pressure gets, accumulates.
See one, bump, see one. That's what.
Step.
Don't play for me.
It's, I guess, a general way to look at it. Nice movement out of Formal right there. Formal will move quick when he has to, right? Good back down, jumps out, clambers, lives.
You look purple, sorry, look purple. Truck cafe, absolute big one.
Okay, watch your cafe, guys. Behind the thing.
This is the way.
Good discipline out of Formal. Jeremy, thank you for the YouTube follow. Nasty. These guys just executing foes, right?
One shot, triple.
Crazy isolation. Holy shit.
Dude, one shot in B.
Over?
Tires and PD.
Like that first kill, right? He's holding the angle, and then he checks his corner on P Street as he walks out, just in case he's walking into an open sight line of an enemy. Cleans him up with a headshot. Snapshot is suppressed. The peak shots and the pacing on the final shot when he got that triple, right? He waited on Trippy, and he placed that final shot perfectly off the jump. Jumping with camo is powerful too, right? And a little bit of invisibility is helpful. Like the vid or else. Are we at over 300 yet? Let's get over 300. At least. It's a gentleman's game. There are chess-like elements to the strategy in Halo for sure. It's not as deep strategically as chess, that's for sure, but there are chess-like elements. For the record, OpTic is better at streets than other Slayer maps for sure. They have some good moments on Aqua too, but their streets performance.
That's the end of the scrim, guys. I'm gonna hop
they're ending
off.
it there.
We have a scrim versus Shopify tomorrow, so
That's the one to watch.
We'll be around at like 3 o'clock for the scrim again.
Cool. 4 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.
Cool. 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. SR scrim, right?
All right. Have a good night, chat. Peace out, guys. Later.
Hold on. All right, we'll do like a little wrap up here, guys. Final scrim score is 12-4 for OpTic Faze. Mind blowing. I know, bro. Pretty freaking crazy. I'm glad you guys are enjoying that video. It's good to see that video get some viewership. It's always like a toss-up when I upload like the live stream watch party stuff, but that one's been a banger. Scrim after party. We celebrated. So 12-4 and then 13-2 was the final stat line for the Shopify SSG scrim. Last shot's going to have the highest accuracy. Watch. Just going to call it now. 61 at a stellar. 65-58 at a last shot. Once again, right? It's like always 65 plus out of this guy. Crazy, bro. Who wins the damage battle, though? Most damage in the lobby. Last shot and best accuracy by 4,000. This guy is a beast, bro. He is a freaking beast. Most kills in the lobby. Last shot. Most assists in the lobby. No, there's no way. Cycle with the most assists. There we go. But he's behind Cycle by 3. By 3. Lucid had the most deaths in the lobby. Okay, we'll go the other way around. Royal 2 with the least. Royal 2 dies the least in scrims, like hands down. He's got great KDA. 1.77. Last shot at a 1.9 though, just because he got so many kills and assists in the scrim. Final score was 12-4 OpTic Husky. Current top 3 favorite Halo pros, and why is it Legend 3 times? I don't know, Ali, what my top 3 are. If I say 3, then I'm going to miss like 10 others. Yeah, it was a tough scrim for SSG. I mean, I think the overall scoreline reflects that. Stellar coming out as the damage leader, the slay leader in that one by a pretty definitive margin, too. Like, it's safe to say Stellar's doing a lot of work for... Look at that. Like, when you look at the tally for kills in compare... Like, he's got more kills than two members of SR and significantly more than the rest of SSG. Don't want to change it later. Wait, what? Thank you, brother. Welcome. But he's just one man, you know? Lucid's definitely got his moments, but it does feel like Stellar's been carrying a lot of weight in the scrims.
This is the way.
Drum, thank you for the follow.
This is the way.
I agree. Master Chief is my favorite. Favorite pro player. John 117. Shots fired. Frosty fired the most shots. But last shot landed the most. Whew. This guy's deadly accurate, bro. This stat line, safe to say, last shot was the MVP today in this scrim. He had almost the most amount of assists. Tons of damage and kills. Damage taken. 83k for somebody. Stellar took a lot of damage while dealing a lot of damage, which is good on him. He had the most damage taken in the entire lobby. Stellar absolutely doing work, right? It's telling you that, like, he's dealing damage, getting kills, and also he's so involved in the gameplay that he's getting shot at a ton, right? Like, he's actually huge, like, very meaningful part of SSG right now. And it feels like I think he has to do a little bit too much, you know. Maybe. Need to see a better balance of statistics with SSG in comparison. Man taking shots and living. When the Shyway Rebellion? What do you mean? Shopify? Shopify? No, that's not gonna work. Shopify Rebellion? OpTic versus Faze. Most kills of the entire scrim goes to... Suppress. Bro, Donnie's going crazy. Donnie. They lost the scrim. It was a 12-4 scrim, and Donnie has more kills in the entire lobby. That's a big deal. Come on. I think that Forbidden game, we saw him really pop off. Forbidden CTF, just like he did during the online tournament. He was a big part of the reason why FaZe beat OpTic in that online matchup, right? Most damage dealt goes to Legend. Donnie cleaning up kills. I mean, definitely doing a lot of damage as well. Don't get me wrong. Shopify Rebellion. I don't want to change it later. How's it going, brother? Scrims were live. They're done now. They just finished. Going on 5 days straight with the streams. We take Mondays off, Spencer. Today we're going to stream less, though, because Friday's going to be a date night, I think. I'm not sure if anything's happening Friday, to be honest. OpTic will be traveling for the Kson Invitational, so I might not be live Friday. And Sunday, I might not be live because it's a one-day event, the Kson. So it's going to be a little bit less this week. And then we'll be back at it. Probably Monday. I might do a Monday stream instead. We'll see. Things might get slow for a second and then rev right back up in preparation for the major. The scrims are going to get pretty intense in prep for the Arlington major. Everybody else is going to be scrimming, but the top 4 are going to be busy over the weekend, right? Formal won the accuracy battle. I'm just going to make a guess. Oh, no, he didn't today. He didn't today, actually. Penguin and Suppress with just about equal. Penguin comes out on top.
This is the way.
AK, thank you for the YouTube follow. Appreciate it. How about damage dealt today? Yeah, so it was Legend with the damage. Interesting. How about assists? Former with the most assists on OpTic. How do you... Wait, so Penguin has the most assists on... Interesting that Faze... Like, this is an indication that the scrim was much closer than we really think it is. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at the statistics, even though OpTic went 12-4... Oops. What the hell just happened? OpTic won 12-4... The slays are way closer. The damage dealt is way closer in the scrim. Like the SR versus SSG scrim, it was very definitively clear. Like obviously Stellar kind of had a stat line that was within SR's numbers, but everything else on SR is like, you know, far and away above. It shows the dominance between the two, right? OpTic and Faze are relatively close in statistics, surprisingly, despite the fact that OpTic ices up and wins more often. It's kind of interesting. Shout out Halo Data Hive. Yeah, I mean, look, here's a link if you guys want to go right to it yourselves, because we're about to get off this anyway. They did play more Slayers as well this time.
Oh, that is
Patsy.
just good Halo right there. That is just damn good Halo. My God.
Just damn good casting. Are we casting? What are we doing? We're just looking at numbers, bro. But thank you, Patsy. I appreciate you, brother. Welcome back. Let's go. KDA. Who's statting? 1.88 out of Renegade. Renegade tends to die the least on his team. I think he has the least deaths in the entire scrim. He does. Yeah, Renegade does. Like Royal 2, tend to die the least on his team, which shows maybe a bit of a... It gives you an understanding of their playstyle, right? Like, Renegade is less of a risk taker than the rest of his teammates. Formal, a bit slower as well, maybe, but like, Royal 2 is in a similar position where Royal 2 is... He puts up numbers, deals damage, plays from safer positions, right? He's not the opener player. Like last shot, cycle, they're making openings, they're playing more aggressive, playing riskier. Bound might die the most, right? Bound has the most. There you go. It literally shows the freaking playstyle 1-to-1. Bound tends to open things up and die a lot in the process of how he plays, but that makes Renegade's job easier, right? Bound has also dealt more damage than Renegade. This shows Renegade has the least damage in the entire scrim,
That is just good Halo right there.
Almost.
That is just
Patsy.
damn good Halo. My God.
The gifted to Eli. That's a good gift right there, Patsy. Thank you so much. Eli, I don't know if he's lurking, but welcome back. Let's go. Renegade damage dealt is the second lowest in the entire scrim. So Renegade, while he gets kills and stays alive, he cleans up a lot of kills. He's not putting out damage in the same way that his teammates are. They really do have kind of isolated roles. He comes in second. You know, Renegade comes in, he just takes all the glory. She's cleaning up all the kills, right? Anyway. Formal not having the best scrim today in comparison to his previous, like the stats that I'm used to him seeing. He generally has the most assists and most damage in comparison to his teammates. He does have the most assists today. And the highest accuracy. Accuracy is good. Don't get me wrong. Seemed a little bit more annoyed with how things were going maybe today. I'm not sure. Hey, I appreciate... Hey, XRP said something positive. That's new. This man's gassing me. Let's go. We're turning... what am I? I'm converting you. I'll convert you eventually. You're going to be a Shyway fan, XRP. Okay, I think that's it for us, guys. I think we've psychoanalyzed this more than enough at this point. We're going to be back tomorrow. This is a good song. This is a good outro. We're done. Let's raid somebody. Let's give somebody a fat raid.
No.
We send it back to obviously again? Okay, let's give Collect a raid. No. Music. Collect, getting locked in. Somebody tell Collect to turn his stream on during Scrim so we can watch his POV for a Scrim at some point. We watched a little bit of Descendant. I know Trigger's down. I don't really have it together just yet. Once they get maybe in form, maybe they'll stream. It'd be nice to see some TD POVs. Yeah, I don't know, Luna. Maybe he seemed a little bit more tilty today. A little bit more tilty today than I'm used to seeing him. But that's okay. Just high expectations, right? High standards. He'll be back tomorrow. The SR Scrim is going to be interesting, right? This is all prep for the biggest, I guess the most anticipated Halo Scrim we're getting tomorrow. OpTic SR, the top two teams. And curious to see how it goes down in a more comfortable environment before the KSON Invitational. So yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern, guys. 180 viewers over to Collect. That's a fat raid. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. No problem. Worry. Have a great rest of your evening. Twitch. And same goes for YouTube. YouTube, we're coming out with, I think, 10,000 views on this broadcast. We're at 9,851 total views on this. It's going to go up as a VOD. If you're hanging out, if you missed it, you can go back. You can watch it as a VOD. And we get some more content to upload and make, hopefully, this week. But we'll be back tomorrow. Holy shit. Have a good night, XRP. Jamie, Customs, Noble. I'll see you guys.